¡Oh!
Hola, bienvenidos.
Muy buenas. ¿Cómo estáis?
Buenas. ¿Cómo les va?
¿Qué tal, Vicky?
Espérate. ¿Voy a bajar la música un toque?
Sí, bajar un poquito.
Como que gritamos mucho, ¿no? La entrada, como ¡ah! Hay que sobrecompensar el cansancio. Bienvenido. Vicky con hepatitis. Sí, chicos, no quise cambiar la cámara hoy. Ya, no me rompan los huevos. ¿Cómo andan? ¿Todo bien?
Vicky no tiene el día. Ya os lo digo yo, ¿eh? Yo ya sabéis.
No.
Vicky hoy no tiene el día.
No empecemos porque...
A Vicky hoy hay que dejarla disfrutar, dejarla estar. Y...
Siempre trabajo muy duro, pero estoy como en la previa del viaje, con muchas cosas que planificar. Entonces estoy como un poco en plan, bueno, que pase lo que tenga que pasar.
Ya,
así,
bueno,
en ese plan.
Eso es lo de todos los años.
La gente pregunta, ¿cómo has estado ayer, Paco, sin luz?
Fue un día muy curioso. Justo a los Real en la previa les hemos estado contando, les está contando mi experiencia. Pero sí, toda una experiencia esta del día sin luz, que acabé borracho. O sea, eso es así.
Bueno, es una buena forma de terminar el día, está perfecto.
Un lunes así, juntándome con los amigos y bebiendo cervezas, pues muy bien. Así que al final fue un día muy productivo.
Fue productivo, al final se hizo algo. Está muy bien. Bueno, ¿ustedes cómo andan? Bienvenidos, bienvenidas. No.
Ya él mismo se pone su misma música.
Sí. Me parece bien igual. Que trabaje. Dale, nenito,
bueno,
¿vas a salir o no?
Entra.
Interrumpimos la conexión de última hora. Conexión de última hora. Por favor, silencio, un poco de respeto. No hay luz en toda España. Estamos sin electricidad. Conexión de última hora. Última noticia. España no tiene electricidad. Hoy Europop no se puede hacer. Chicos, ahorran electricidad.
Amo que dijo que se había comprado un disfraz. Para él, la puta vela sí. Es el disfraz.
La puta vela que se la compró ayer para la catástrofe.
El nivel de caradurismo, ya estamos alcanzando los niveles,
es que según, mira, proximidad, la gráfica va así, proximidad de Eurovisión va así, cerca, nivel de los disfraces de Luis, o sea, inversamente proporcional, o sea...
Da una locura. Recién dice en la previa, dice, no, es que fui a comprar no sé qué y vi el disfraz y entonces tenía que comprarlo. Yo dije, bueno, ¿de qué se va a disfrazar hoy, boludo? Tipo, una puta vela. No.
En serio, no es coña que hoy he comprado la vela esta en el bazar se me ha ocurrido hacer un noticiero de radio diciendo que no hay luz, bro. Pero si lo has entendido, el que sea real, esto lo ha entendido. Miren el color de la vela, ¿eh? Un segundo, voy a encender la electricidad, que por fin tenemos electricidad. Shoutouts a las eléctricas.
¿A la electricidad?
Pero quiero que miréis el color de la vela, bro. Un segundo.
A ver.
Mierda. Se me ha apagado un segundo, pero...
Problemas técnicos. Dios mío, qué chistoso. Pero,
mirad el color. ¿Qué color es?
Naranja.
¿Y por qué es color naranja?
¿Qué estás diciendo?
¿Por qué es color naranja?
¿Qué artista este año Eurovisivo ha representado el color naranja?
Lumo.
Ah, ok.
No.
¿No es Lumo? Ah, no es Lumo, ok.
No, Claude. ¿Qué? No. ¿Qué tiene que ver, no?
Chavales,
no es Claude.
Este año los deberes mal.
¿Pero qué color naranja me estás hablando?
El
color naranja se relaciona siempre con Países Bajos. Y...
Esta vez sí se fumó 50 porros, Luis.
Sí.
Ay, Dios, voy a... Ah, ok. Ah, muy bien. Bueno, igual muy rebuscado.
O sea, en tu cabeza amueblada de esa manera, para ti la...
Ahí vengo. Esperen, que voy a cambiar la cámara porque si no...
Además has dicho artista Eurovisivo. O sea, cariño, Evangelia... No, Evangelia no es Eurovisiva.
Bueno, está en el circuito Eurovisivo, Paco, calma.
Sí, calma. Y mi polla también está en el circuito, no te jodes.
También.
Está...
No, pero... Buenas noches, ¿cómo estáis, chicos?
Poca vergüenza, qué poca vergüenza. Menos mal que se acaba la temporada y te queda todo un verano para...
Bueno, ¿querremos renovar la temporada de Europop? Esa yo creo que es la pregunta de los suscriptores. ¿Estos chicos querrán hacer temporada 2 de Europop?
¿Renovaremos el contrato? No sé yo, ¿eh? Es que ya, claro. Ya no se sabe. Oye, venga, voy a saludar a los Real Europovers. Saludito, que somos un porrón, somos legión, ya. Somos la legión de los Real.
Es una locura.
Es una locura. Agustín Roldán, Aldi Sánchez, Ana, Anarri, Ángel Cadena, Boaznor, David Moedano, Fran, Jauma MG, Jessy Quídez, Jorge Gentío, Miquel, Nochu, Oyana, Rodrigo Muñoz y Verónica Z.
¿Jauma se hizo real o es otro Jauma?
No, es un Jaume que es valenciano. Shoutouts a Jaume, Team Lavadome. Team Lavadome.
Es otro Jauma. Y luego también saluditos a nuestros sponsors VIP. Ana Díaz, Cristian Pérez, Eliot Guerra, Frank Gupi, Leonardo Torrivilla, Luis Roberti y Pablo Curia. Muchas gracias.
Chavales, gracias de cora.
Por apoyar el proyecto. Muchísimas
Los queremos. Bueno, hoy es un día. Estamos a 2 directos de Eurovisión.
Tengo que hacer una promosao antes de... Luis, ¿no te funciona el micro? Un segundo, chat.
Sí, estás con el... Sí, te lo iba a decir. Estás con el micro del ordenador.
Con el de la cámara se me oye bien ahora, ¿no? Ahora sí.
Ahora sí. Tengo la necesidad de conseguir un micrófono igual al de ustedes solamente por la puta simetría. O sea, para tenerlo ahí, ¿me entendés? Pero no.
Sí, pero el mío ya no es igual, porque el mío tiene el ojete de Melody.
A Melody culo, sí.
Bueno, dejadme hacer mi speech importante. Bueno, a toda la gente que habéis hecho la precompra de las camisetas, ¿vale? De las camisetas del Essential, del primer drop oficial de Europop en la historia de Europop, os ha llegado un email, ayer o hoy os ha llegado un email en el cual tenéis que ahora realizar el pago, ¿vale? Chequead vuestro email porque hay algunos que ya han hecho el pago, pero hay otros que, pues por lo que sea, os ha podido entrar en spam, no lo sé. Chequead bien el email a todos los que habéis hecho la preventa, por favor, para pagarlo. Y las camisetas llegan pronto. Y yo estoy muy emocionado, tío. Porque además, todos los que han comprado camisetas tienen una sorpresita. Es lo único que voy a decir. O sea, que si has comprado cami, te llevas una sorpresa además, por confiar en nosotros. Un nude de Paco. Un nude de Paco. Y hoy, si hay 100 likes en el directo, Vocalísima se ha comprometido a hacer extensible este fin de semana.
Yo no me comprometo a nada que no diga yo misma. Así que no le hagan caso a Luis, porque no. Escuchen, este es el anteúltimo directo antes de ya estar en directo los tres juntos, ¿sí? O sea, es este y el de la semana que viene, que vamos a estar cubriendo. Por cuestiones de la vida se dio así, por algo será, vamos a estar cubriendo la despedida de Melody en vivo. Va a estar Luis en el directo, ahí en vivo y en directo, y nosotros dos desde nuestra comodidad del hogar conversando con él. Así que nada, eso tengo para decir. Muy emocionados de que ya nos vamos a ver.
Pero sabemos a qué hora, ¿pero a qué hora es?
Es a las 9 justo.
A las 9,
justo a las 9.
O a las 8, 9 u 8, no me han recordado.
No, a las 9 me parece.
Bueno, whatever. Conectaremos
9,
contigo
9.
Y ya está,
bueno,
y hablaremos.
Confiáis en mí.
Sí, no, te iba a decir.
Bueno, no nos queda otra igual.
Y todos los que vayan a la despedida de Melody y le den un beso y un abrazo a...
Y que digan que son tipo Vocalísimo,
chicos, les vamos a regalar
un nude de Paco. No, recién un nude
de Paco. A todo el que me demuestre que lo ha hecho, le mando el nude. Venga, va.
Mira, listo. Ay, Dios mío. Bueno, tenemos que decir algo. Hoy tenemos invitados, pero antes de eso, estuvimos armando el domingo la agenda de lo que va a ser Basilea. Bueno,
y me dieron ganas de morir.
Pero... ganas de morir. A mí también me dieron un poco ganas de morir. Tipo, vamos a estar muy conectados. Demasiado conectados.
Fue una locura, sí. Chavales.
Sí. Va a haber, vamos a hacer mucho contenido, ¿no? Ya os compartiremos el calendario con las horas y tal. Y,
la programación.
Pero bueno, y estar atentos a las redes sociales porque iremos compartiendo todo, pero también, pues eso, a los Reels también le iremos compartiendo el contenido exclusivo, también a todos los Patreons, pues también tendrán sus cositas, todo el mundo. Oye, una cosa que me dice, espera, es que me está diciendo, dice Paco, ¿por qué no invitas nunca a Iván si siempre te invita? Aquí, hombre, a ver, de Random Blog Spain. A ver, hemos hecho 2 programas con invitados solos, o sea, uno con internacionales y otro con nacionales. Haremos más e iremos invitando, si
de
no.
hecho, con nacionales hicimos uno, pero con muy
pocos
por eso
invitados.
O sea, muy pocos.
Era
3, o sea, es que no eran invitados, era como charla con amigos, gente que tenemos confianza realmente, ¿sabes? Para hablar con…
Acá dice, a la pobre Melody la tienen las cuerdas vocales quemadas al día siguiente de su despedida, ensaya. Y sí. Pero bueno, ella tiene de tirada larga, así que está bien.
Hoy creo que también tenemos programa, aparte de que vienen internacionales, tenemos programa para comentar qué show Alemania, el otro día que subieron un acústico al Eurovisión YouTube. Bueno, elijo creer, ya no es elijo creer, es que sigo creyendo forever. Vaya acústico,
Pero vos me estás cargando a mí.
No habéis escuchado el acústico, ¿no?
Pero sí, un acústico de otra canción.
¿Es un acústico? Pero
no, es de Vale, es de Vale.
O sea,
no, pero no la versión.
Pero es una versión acústica, claro.
Pues eso no es la que va a cantar, vaya.
Es un acústico
cómoda y solo tiene.
No, y aparte está postproducido, amigo, todo bien. No es en vivo. Yo quiero ver en vivo. Ahí, taca. Quiero ver.
Vicky, yo en los pre-rehearsals. Cuando cante bien, yo mirando hacia
Nos vamos a matar. No, es que no va a cantar bien. O sea, ¿qué te apuesto? ¿Qué te puedo apostar? Estoy segura que gano, boludo. Un nudo de Paco te voy a apostar, nunca ofrecían nudes propias, tipo, siempre eran de Paco nomás.
Siempre los míos, de puta madre.
Dios mío.
Ay, Dios mío.
Bueno, ya empezó. Bueno, vamos a tener hoy invitados internacionales, van a ir pasando y vamos a ir charlando con ellos. Sí, bueno, pero lo hemos convocado ahora y hay 20. So, we're going to start with Fame. Fame, are you ready? Yes, he's clapping.
Welcome, Fame.
Hola a todos.
Hola, Fame, ¿qué tal? Sí, Fame habla español.
No, that's it. That's all the level I have.
Okay. I was happy for a second. Spanish interview.
It's like me with the English. 3 words.
We understand each other. That's the most important.
Yeah, of course.
So, Fame, please introduce yourself. Tell us something about you, whatever you want to say. Where do you live, or where people can find you in social media and
yes.
YouTube.
So, my name is Fame. I have created Eurovision Crave. So you can find Eurovision Crave on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I've been doing this since last year, actually. I'm pretty new to this, but it's been…
Just from 1 year?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I know. Oh, here we go. Someone said el mejor amigo de Melody.
Bueno, gente, le podéis encontrar como Eurovision Crave. Y bueno, en todas las redes sociales. And yes, your interview with Melody has been so viral because it was so fun. So tell us how it was, how happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was insane. First of all, I was really lucky to have this like private time because I didn't have much time for fan media. And I think it's because I was very supportive of her before that. So they kind of like gave a thanks back, And I was really nervous because, I know Melody, like she's a big artist, like she's a diva. She is someone. Yes. And I went there and I know there's a language barrier. So I was like, okay, how the hell are we going to manage that without like having it being very boring or just not working out?
Yep.
Just incredible. So good. Like I was one of the last ones to interview her that day. So I arrived there and she was sitting down and I hate doing sitting down interviews. So I was like, is it possible for you to like stand up for 20 minutes? Would that be okay? And she was just so nice. Like we hit it off right away. And I think the fact that maybe I tried with Spanish a little bit, it kind of, took her out of her comfort zone as well. I think it was really, really fun. It was amazing.
Incredible.
It was so fun because Melody never has problems with the English. She just made her own show. So it was so fun saying that about Lady Caca.
No.
No, it was like she's gonna teach her the helicóptero,
the
wink and
She's
stuff.
she's a show in any language, I think.
Oh my god! And also, I wanted to film this TikTok with her. I don't know if you've seen it. Is the noningo hello, noningo afternoon and stuff.
I know. No, but
So
that's amazing.
From Casa Cerrado, is that how you call it?
Caso Cerrado, yes.
Casa Cerrado, that one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I wanted to film her part, and then I was like, my friends are gonna film my part afterwards. I don't want to like take her for too long. Oh my god, she was incredible. She started directing everything. She's like, okay, you go there, you go there, and she's like, and she's I didn't know she was an actress. Apparently, she does.
She does everything almost, you know, like every artistic way she can do it actually.
So good. So she was like, yeah, do this, do that, do that. I was like, oh, okay, loved, absolutely loved.
The meme that Fame says is el de la doctora Polo de Caso Cerrado que dice ningún hello, ningún inglés, acá me vas a hablar en español. Es buenísimo. It's so good, so good. A classic.
Classic.
Yeah, it was
incredible. I left Fame. And I was like, wow, okay, she is.
It was incredible. Yeah. You did a great
interview.
Yeah. It was amazing. Okay, let's talk about Eurovision 2025.
Yes.
I don't know. First of all, tell us, your general impressions. What do you think about this year? Do you think it's a good year, an average year? I don't know.
I feel like every year is the same story. It starts being like, oh, this is the worst year ever. I hate it. Like, the songs are so bad. This is shit. We don't have a banger. We don't have this, that.
Okay.
And then as the pre-party starts, as the artists show personality, you start liking the songs. And I think it's a good year. Is it a weak year? I think it's a very weak year. Mm-hmm. There's like half of the songs that I think I never listened to, and half of them that I'm obsessed with. And I think it's the most interesting year winner-wise. I think it's going to be a shock winner, and I think it's going to be someone who doesn't win nor the televote or the jury vote. But
all right, what's your top 5 Fame? Like the 5 you are more listening and you like more.
Bada Bada Baston, Sweden.
Yeah.
And Melody Efectiva.
Oh.
And I have Denmark, Cesar. Hello. Wait, and then I have Norway. I love Lighter. Yeah. That's a banger. And then I have Kant. Very cliche.
Oh no, I love it.
No, everyone loves Kant this year. Miriana
it's similar like my top. So
yeah, I mean, really, really good songs. It's just going to be. We'll see what the staging is, but I mean, Melody's my number one. With
she's
really my number one too.
Wow.
It was crazy before Amsterdam pre-party. I think she was at 15 or 16.
Really?
As she said, the artists, you have to see them on stage before judging them.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was so true.
Absolutely.
The shivers I got, incredible.
What do you think about Netherlands?
Voy a traducir un poquito I'm going to translate just a little bit.
Yes.
Nada, ha dicho que tenía muy interesante, que tenía Melody en el 15, justo antes del Eurovision in Concert de Ámsterdam. Y después de verla en directo, tal y como ella dijo, que a un artista hay que verla en el escenario, pues ahora tiene a España, a Melody en el número 1.
Yay! What do you think? Yeah. It's my top one, so yes, we are in the same team. What do you think about Netherlands, Fane?
I don't know. I'm a bit... So first of all, I think it's a really good song. It's really catchy. And it's not a song for the Eurofans. You know, I think it's a very general public song. Like, the Eurofans will not put him high in their top, but I think the general public will love the song. But at the same time, we also have some sort of racism issue at Eurovision, to be honest with you. I think him being of African descent will not play in his part, which is very, very unfortunate because he's so talented, such a nice guy, so beautiful. I've never seen a perfect in my life, so stunning. He can dance, he can entertain. I think we'll see. Like, it's such an uncertain year. He could be 5th, or he could not qualify. I would not be surprised.
No. Non-qualify. I think. Really? Do you think this? I think it's impossible.
It's really divided the opinion. I think.
we're going to be in shock this year of the qualifiers.
Wow. Bueno, ha dicho que nada, que no es una canción en Países Bajos así como muy para los fans de Eurovisión. Y bueno, un poco lo que está diciendo es que cree que puede quedar desde en quinto puesto hasta incluso no clasificarse. O sea, que cree que va a ser muy impredecible. So, do you think there is going to be a lot of surprises this year?
We're not ready for that.
We are not.
I agree.
We're going to be so heartbroken. Like, I'm mentally trying to prepare myself because there's always this post-Eurovision depression, but this year is going to be really hard.
Yes.
I think that for semi-final 2 is going to be like a complete mess. That a lot of
A bloodbath.
yes, completely a bloodbath. And yes, I think the second semi-final is going to be a blow mind moment. Totally.
Are you going to Basel?
Yeah, I'm there in like 6 days already.
In 6 days already?
Yeah.
Why so early?
What?
I don't know. I was
Okay,
like,
yes, because you can. And
Acclimated.
I found a cheap place. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be there before Melody herself. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, if you have to predict a winner for this year,
Oof.
who will be not your favorite? A prediction. What will be what would you choose?
Even though people say they will not, I think Sweden will win. Because I'll be very, very happy with that. Just because I think people will relate with happy vibe, and I think that's what people need nowadays.
Exactly.
And they're so likable. They tick every single box. So I think safe-wise, they will be the winners. But
Yep.
I think it's going to be someone who's not going to win the jury vote or the public vote.
All right. Crazy.
Vale, ha dicho que bueno que Suiza cree que sería como la apuesta más segura para decir, ¿no? Que
Suecia, ¿no, Paco?
¿He dicho Suiza? Sí,
Suiza,
soy
Suiza.
disléxica mental. Y, y que sería la más fácil de decir y que sería lo más lógico, pero cree que realmente no va a ganar nadie que vaya a ganar el televoto o el jurado. I'm agree with that prediction.
Yes.
I think that there will be a televote winner, a jury winner, and then as 2019 with Arcade, I think it is going to be the second of the jury and the third of the televote with
I think so.
all the points is going to win Eurovision, something like that.
Sweden hosting Eurovision again, though.
No, please. We love Sweden, but let's change the country.
That's it. Yeah.
Eurovillage was like smaller than my house. No, we don't want that.
But think that next year is going to be the 70th anniversary of Eurovision, the 70th edition.
Important one. Eh?
So maybe a country with money, it's a good thing.
That's what they said about Sweden hosting at this anniversary of ABBA.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, ABBA interlude, whatever it's called.
Yep.
Totally.
Important. And we have my section today. Paco and Vocalissima, they don't know this.
I forgot about your section.
Fame, I have a section. It's really quick. It's only 2 questions in the section, Fame. Okay?
Vale.
This section is called the best section of the interview and the best moment of the interview. This is the name of the section. And 2 questions. Easy one. First one, helicopter yes, helicopter no.
Helicopter yes, helicopter todavía.
Okay. Good. And the most important question of the section, Aborantina with Valer yes or Aborantina with Valer yes?
No.
Wait, before the performances, that was my prediction that they were going to win.
No.
Juicy. I agree with this.
Before the performance. Okay.
Okay.
But wait. They can use the backing vocals. It could play a big part.
Fame.
They need a lot of backing vocals.
You're in for a surprise for sure.
I have my trust on Germany.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that your number one?
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Babe, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for coming.
You're a sweetheart.
We see you in
Thank you
Basel.
very much.
See you in Basel,
See you in
friend.
Basel.
Bye.
Bye, bye. Muy bien. Bueno, resumo, no sé.
Un resumen rápido, ¿no, Paco?
Resumen rápido, nada, de eso, de predicción que nos ha mojado. Ha dicho así un poco que es...
Que Melody le gusta.
¿Que Melody gana?
No, que esa era su favorita.
¿Que era su favorita? ¿Que podía ganar
sí,
Suecia?
Pero
Eso
que de
también creo que
y Suecia y luego que cualquier inesperado. Bueno, un poco así ha dicho que va a haber muchísimas sorpresas. Y ha sido muy amable con Lavadón con el tema de Alemania.
Sí,
Bueno,
que-
¿Por qué si alguien me da la razón
Stop
como
pushing
Tommy,
people.
como
Stop
Tommy
pushing
Cash,
people.
si alguien me da la razón como el propio Tommy Cash, saltáis y decís que no? Es una locura.
Bueno.
Porque
vamos
te
a
dan el
recibir-
sí de los tontos para que no seas
Sí,
un
sí.
pesado.
Hashtag
Vamos.
elijo creer, Paco.
Vamos a recibir a nuestra siguiente invitada. Let's welcome.
We are-
Hello.
Well,
Georgina,
it's an honor. It's a really honor.
It's
really honor
a big honor.
We have
having the honest vocal coach,
vocal coach.
here.
Yeah. Oh my
How
god.
Hello, is everybody all right?
Hello! It's so great to have you
Yeah.
here. We are so honored with your
I'm
presence
so
here.
happy. I love her. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very
You know-
much.
You know that Vicky Vocalissima is also a vocal coach.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, you've been doing it
We,
for quite some time as well, haven't you?
yeah, we talked a little bit a few days ago, and I say I'm a vocal coach too.
Yeah.
So, Georgina, how are you doing? How?
I'm really
Good,
good.
good.
Enjoying the weather. We've got nice weather for a change in the UK. It's quite
Oh,
rare
yeah?
for us, so it's nice to actually have a bit of sun.
I'm going to translate for our viewers. Nada, que está muy contenta, que está muy bien y que hace buen tiempo en Reino Unido, que eso es no es tan normal.
¿Cómo
lo
se
está
dice tejer?
disfrutando.
En inglés.
I don't know.
I don't know too. How you call the thing
To
you
do
have on
this
the back?
thing with the good.
Oh, crochet.
Oh,
crochet.
beautiful.
Crochet.
That's it.
What are you doing now? A hat or something like that, or what?
Oh, I'm actually making a top. I
Oh.
use crochet as a bit of a mental health thing. I quite enjoy just taking
Okay.
my mind elsewhere when I'm a bit stressed out. I get out the crochet, so it's going to be a top if I get it the right way around. So it
Beautiful
has the
colours.
sleeves on, it'll be a nice little jumper. So yeah, I'm
Aw.
enjoying doing it. It's sort of mental health for me. It's a good thing.
Incredible.
But did you have time with all the videos on YouTube and your work with being vocal coach, and then still you have
also
time
crochet?
for doing
Yeah.
the crochet?
Yeah.
Amazing. So, Georgina, tell us about your general impressions about this year. What do you think about Eurovision 2025? Do you like the level of the year? Do you think it's a good year, a regular year? I don't know.
Well, I kind of agree with what you were saying earlier, that I don't think it's a weak year, but there's about 50% that I would listen to again and 50% that have just sort of gonna be forgotten for me, unfortunately. So overall, it's not a totally weak year, but there's not as many bops and as many sort of engaging songs as I thought there would be. I think as well, you mentioned this earlier, that when you see the performers actually doing the songs live, you see their charisma, you get to know them a little bit personally, and then you just get more into the whole thing. So I think it's a very slow burner this year. I mean, for example, last year we had songs coming out in November, sorry, year before last, whereas this year not much really happened until February, March, and then the songs started to roll out. So I think it's been a real slow burner, and I think once we get even closer, it's definitely going to help. But I am concerned. One of my concerns is how much rehearsal footage we're going to get this year. Because I've heard that they're cutting it down and there's going to be less. Because I know that the first set of rehearsals were on TikTok last year. And I think they might be scrapped from what I've heard.
Hmm.
And then it's a shame. I do understand from a performer's point of view that you want to get your performance right, your staging, your costumes, your dancers, everything. I understand that. But us fans, we want to see that
We need
process.
content. We need something to discuss. And
Yeah, we want to see the development. You know, are they going to wear the same costume as they did in the first rehearsal? Because that's the part I enjoy watching. Oh, they wore that, didn't really work. But now they're wearing that and it's much better. It's nice to see that development. But again, I do understand from a performer point of view that you don't always want everybody to see everything, including all of the mistakes. But as a fan, I would just rather see everything, to be quite honest.
Little clues. We love to have little clues. I'm going to translate a little bit about what you say. Bueno, que ya se me ha olvidado todo lo que hemos hablado, pero vamos, que no cree que sea un año flojo.
Débil.
Claro, tampoco ve que haya temazos, que haya bops, y que entonces creo que es un año que, bueno, que está ahí, que dice que un 50% de que lo vuelva a escuchar y un 50% de que se me olvide al cabo de los años, ¿no? Pero también ha dicho que las canciones han empezado a rodar un poco tarde, que la temporada ha empezado un poco tarde, no como el año pasado, y que cree que luego que quizás con las actuaciones en Eurovisión, pues que quizás la cosa mejore. Y luego pues ha quejado un poco de que parece que este año la UER no nos va a dar contenido de los ensayos y que como fans nosotros queremos ver un poquito esos
Georgina, let me ask you a question, a vocal question. What do you think about the vocal level this year? Because I think it's a really good, the singers are good. There's a few songs that is a little weak, but mostly there's a good vocal this year.
Yeah, I agree. I would say sort of 60%, 70%-ish of the vocals is pretty strong. There is a real difference between the good vocals and the not good vocals, though.
Yes.
It's not like a little step. There's a big step. For example, sorry, Iceland, I'm sorry. But the amount of autotune on there is just scary. And it worries me because when they actually get on stage to do this live, what's it really going to sound like?
Yes,
that's true.
I was terrified.
I agree with that.
With that performance.
Georgina, I would love to know, because I really love the song of Germany this year and what all happened around her voice, you know, because she canceled the pre-parties and all this stuff. What are your thoughts about Germany this year, the song? She will perform good in Eurovision, or is just she's not the best singer ever, you know?
This is a tricky one. When I originally did my reaction to the first viewing, she was ill. And then what they did is they added some extra vocals. So then they put it up onto the Eurovision channel. It was a bit more full and the vocals were a bit better. But for me, it wasn't really the vocals which were entirely the issue. There was more to it for me. Her performance seemed so laid back. It seemed a little bit lazy. And just the staging of it, I didn't get it. I couldn't understand why they were smashing up instruments.
I didn't understand.
We had the same question still, you know.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily that it's the singing. There's a bit more to it than that. I think her voice is a little bit weak, and the fact that she was ill won't have helped. But there were other things that just made it not a great performance for me. I think even stage presence, it felt like she was in it for the choruses with this, and then completely just chilled and laid back, and it felt like she wasn't bothered. I think the not bothered persona, it was just a bit too much for me.
Yes,
this is Eurovision. You need to be bothered. You know, I didn't quite understand that laid back approach she was taking. I didn't get it.
I do agree that it's not only a problem with the voice, okay? It's like her presence. The attitude, like when you like to see an artist domaining the stage, like you can stop staring that person. And no, she's like you say, like lazy, like I don't want to be here. It's like
that was the main feeling. Yeah,
I make you a favor, be here. Yes.
I want to run away. I want to run away from here. And yes,
I agree.
I have that impression.
Totally.
I'm going to translate a little bit. Bueno, pero traduce tú, que tú tienes más inglés que yo, si quieres. Pero bueno, de todo lo de Islandia, bueno, sí, de las voces lo ha preguntado Vicky. Y ha dicho que sí, que es un buen 70% de buenas voces, que ha dicho que la diferencia es que hay muchas muy buenas voces, pero que el gap es muy gordo, que hay muy malas voces. Y, por ejemplo, ha puesto el caso de Islandia, cosa que yo comparto. Y luego le hemos estado preguntando acerca de Alemania y que, bueno, que sí, que Alemania la voz un poco débil, tal, pero que también es un tema de presencia en escenario y de la puesta en escena. No entendía lo del instrumento, rompiéndose.
Nada, en realidad. Totalmente. What is your top 5 this year, Georgina?
Right, I haven't got it here. I've got it all prepared. My top 5 at the moment, although it might change, is Austria. I think the vocals are phenomenal and the song is just quite different. I like the different use of technique as well. It's not just classical, it's contemporary. Totally. It's got so much going on in it. And I think people are going to be really drawn in by that. Denmark, it's so much fun. From a singer's perspective, I've been singing this for the past 2 weeks. It's so fun to sing. And it's really difficult. The agility in that song, the high notes are really high, and it's a big song. And it's not just the fact that the vocals are good. I quite like the song. I think it's a bop. I'm not entirely sure of the staging on Denmark's, but I've been told that it's been changed slightly.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
The fact that the wind was blowing from the back and ahead.
We remember that, yeah.
Well, we can't see it because there's just hair everywhere. The Netherlands, I think that it's a really lovely concept. The younger version of himself. And I think that the lyrics are really relatable. I've then got number 4, Spain. It's so good. She has the most wonderful voice. The song is very, very catchy. And I love the fact that everything is thrown at it. We've got hairography, we've got spinning, lifts, the throne at the back, which I've been told is a specific type of chair, which I wasn't aware of. And just there's so much in it, which makes it a real spectacle as well as being a good song. And we all know that people like the spectacle from time to time. Not all songs are strong enough to just have a one person on the stage sat singing. Sometimes you need a bit more. Whereas this, I don't think you need all the staging because it's a good song anyway. So it lifts it even higher. And then my number 5 is Albania.
Wow.
Love it.
But I think Sweden might surprise us. So it's not in my top 5. But I think it's one of those years where people might go for the fun and the silly and the more light-hearted song. So I'm not sure. But my top 5, Austria, Denmark, Netherlands, Spain, and Albania.
Wow. So we're in your top 4. So so nice.
Georgina, one more. I'm asking a lot today, you know.
Yes.
Since you are from UK, right?
Yes.
Okay. What are your thoughts about Remember Monday? Because they are one of my favorites either. So I don't know. What are your thoughts from your entrance?
It's quite a mixed reaction in the UK because the song has so many different elements to it. It feels like it's a rock song for a moment. Then it feels like it's musical theatre. And the tempo changes. Not everybody gets it. But I think the vocals are so strong. The girls have this wonderful chemistry between them. And they're just in it to enjoy every second of it. They're not taking it too... So obviously they're going to be taking it seriously. But not to the detriment of the performance. And I think that having followed the Eurovision for so many years, unfortunately with the UK, if it's a solo singer, they don't always boost it with backing vocals and fill it up. So it can sound a little bit empty. I noticed that with Ollie last year, and then May Muller the year before. The year before that being Sam Ryder, that was fantastic. But Sam Ryder is such a good vocalist. He didn't need all the extra bits, whereas I thought May probably did, and Ollie could have done with a bit of extra backing vocals. But this year, I don't think that they're going to need anything. I think the three of them should be able to carry it off really, really well. I think it's a really fun song. I think it's probably going to be around, we're sort of between 15 and 20 on the list. That's where I've got it. I do hope so. I don't want to be down at the bottom.
I understand you. We have the same sensation from Spain. You know, we are also the same worry.
Yeah, but the girls are just so engaging as well. What Germany, I think, lacks a bit of. They have so much personality. There's this fun element to them. You can relate to them. Whereas with Germany, I just can't connect with her at all.
Totally.
Okay, quick translation. Yeah.
Sí, pero bueno, del top 5 nos ha dicho que es Austria, Dinamarca, Países Bajos, España la ha dejado en el cuarto y luego Albania. Y un poco ha dicho que Suecia estaba ahí, que cree que va a tener buena repercusión. Y luego, pues nada, hablando de las chicas de Remember Monday, que tienen muy buena voz, que la canción pues quizás es un poco complicada porque es un poco rock, tiene parones, de repente es como teatral, y entonces que quizás no hay gente que está desconcertada por el tipo de canción, pero que cree que sus voces son muy buenas, que no van a necesitar coros, relleno ni nada, y que cree que va a quedar como en el 15, entre el 15 y el 20. So, bueno, Vicky,
no.
I want to ask you about because you've been talking about Spain, but you was talking about the staging in Benidorm Fest. Now we have a different version of the song, and for sure they have said the staging is going to be completely different. So we are not going to have the throne. Maybe we don't have the spinning. I don't know. It's a mystery. What do you think about the new version? Do you like it? Do you think it's a good version for Eurovision, or do you like the last one, the Benidorm Fest one?
I kind of liked the first one. I thought that it had more of an essence of it being a Spanish song.
Yep.
I think now it's a little bit more poppy, a little bit more radio-like, as if, you know, there's a lot more compression and there's a lot more sort of tweaking of things on there, where I thought that the original version it was more authentic. And the second one, normally for me, the second one is better than the first, but I think the second version has lost a little bit. I think it's maybe been overproduced a little bit, and it's a little bit of a shame that it's not as authentic. But then again, I haven't seen the new version performed yet.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see it actually performed live, to see how it, comes across on stage.
Yeah. Bueno, que le gustaba más la versión anterior que la versión actual de Melody, de esa diva, pues la veo un poco overproducida, o sea, sobreproducida. Es más pop, es más internacional, pero que le gustaba más la esencia de española que tenía la antigua versión. Pero dice que igualmente, que no le hemos visto actuar, que no hemos visto el nuevo staging, que no hemos visto la nueva puesta en escena y que hay que esperar.
No se puede, claro.
¿Qué vamos
Luis,
a hacer? No, bueno, your prediction.
Yeah, sorry.
No, we have time. Your prediction about this year. What country do you think is going to win this year?
I think it's going to be Austria, but I think Sweden is going to be quite a surprise, and I think they're going to shoot right close to the top. I think the televotes, there might be Sweden mixed in, but my personal one that I would love to see win would be Austria and Denmark because I love singing it. But Austria.
Ok.
Austria, de prediction.
Austria es su pick, chicos.
Y qué bueno que Suecia, que puede dar la
campana.
televoto, pero sería Austria.
One last thing, no? We have Georgina. The best moment of the interview is my section. Okay, I have my own section.
Well.
This section is
he says.
It's brand new. I created only for today. Okay, the section is called the best moment of the interview, and it's only for. I have 3 questions for you. Okay, because you are my favorite guest today. Please, the other guests don't get angry with me. But helicopter yes or helicopter no?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Absolutely.
Now, this is a new one. You need to pick between English breakfast or afternoon tea.
Ooh. English breakfast.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And pick between Jubilee Line or Piccadilly Line.
I think Piccadilly because it sounds so much fun to say.
Yeah, and it's the one who is in the middle of everything, you know.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Georgina, thank you so much for having us. We are so happy to have you here, and that's an honor for us.
Thank you so much for asking me. I have had a great time.
Oh, thank you.
Are you gonna be in Basel, Georgina?
I hope so. It's all booked, so she'll be there.
We will see you there.
So yeah.
Hope to see you in real life, in person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it could be amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Georgina.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Georgina. Qué maja, ¿eh? Qué maja, Georgina, y le ha encantado mi sección. Ojo.
¿Qué trae el English breakfast?
English breakfast es el desayuno típico de allí que yo os
Mira
lo
lo
digo.
que trae.
No. A ver, ¿qué va a decir? ¿Que diga lo que trae o que mira lo que trae? Ha dicho.
No.
Creía que iba a decir.
Mi desesperación del fin del mundo, me compré, porque dije, voy a comprar cosas en lata. Entonces,
no puede ser. Le agarró un algo. Paco tuvo un delirio místico ayer. Tipo.
No, escucha. He de decir que las beans de Heinz están muy ricas. Yo en UK las consumía. El English breakfast básicamente va de lo que acaba de enseñar Paco, que son como alubias con tomate. Luego tiene hash brown, que es una especie de patata que la rayan, la hacen triángulos y luego la fríen. Está increíble el hash brown. Tiene sausage, que es salchicha. Black pudding, que es morcilla, pero una morcilla que comparada con la de España, chavales, malísima.
Para el desayuno, boludo.
Sí. El huevo, tú lo puedes elegir fried, scramble o poach, frito, revuelto o cocido. ¿Y qué más? Las tostadas siempre, obviamente, y mantequilla ahí para untar.
Es mucho para el desayuno.
Champiñón y tomate a la plancha muchas veces también, aparte. Tomate a la plancha.
Es un montón, boludo. Bueno, está bien.
Ahí está.
Bueno.
No, espera.
Espera.
No, vos habla tranquilo. Yo dije bueno y voy a tomarme un mate.
Vale. No, porque es que nos ha aparecido un invitado que debería de haber aparecido más tarde. No. Y entonces.
Bueno, pero el de I40 no va a venir, ¿no, Paco?
Es que no era I40, era claro, era el de 50, pero es que ahora tenía que venir. O sea, el invitado de ahora era el último.
Nos vamos acomodando, así vamos bailando cuarteto con los invitados.
El de 50 no tenía que. Está el invitado, el último de todos.
El de 35.
Esto es como en el médico. Tipo, si llegas tarde, te jodiste.
Y si llegas antes, esperas.
Y si llegas media hora antes.
Aquí el médico en España te dicen, eres puntual, enhorabuena. Nadie en este país lo es. Espérate en la sala, crack. Básicamente. Bueno, muy bien, Georgina. Muy maja. De verdad, no la conocía. Muy agradable, ¿eh? Muy agradable.
Me cayó súper bien. No había hablado con ella hasta este momento que tuvimos que invitarla para el podcast. Pero hablé con ella y dije, ¡ay, es un amor!
Es un amor, ¿eh?
Totalmente.
Tenemos que hacer un crossover con ella y mientras hablamos un poco, que poco se habla de que hoy parece que esté en modo lavadón con gafas por las preguntas que he metido.
Mucho. No, se agradece.
Cojo y de repente digo, mi cabeza enlaza y dice, Georgina es de UK, voy a preguntarle por Remember Monday, ¿sabes? En plan, mi cabeza hoy está en un pic histórico.
Igual Georgina te flopeó la canción de Alemania. Y banco fuerte.
Sí, estoy de acuerdo. Sí, yo estoy de acuerdo en que en el staging de Alemania la chavala está en la final nacional, rollo. Me han puesto aquí, yo creo que en la actitud era, la discográfica me ha puesto aquí, no quiero estar aquí, voy a hacer como que, o sea, no, es que no me voy a ni a esforzar, ¿sabes?
Es que yo siento que están todos dando, o sea, todos están dándolo todo y ella está como, bueno.
Sí, del chill.
Tipo,
No,
Sí,
de
está
chill
del
no,
chill.
es quiero
no
escapar
está
de
de
aquí.
chill. No está de chill. Está como, tipo, me han obligado, parpadeo 2 veces y estoy secuestrada, boludo.
Solo hay un
A ese
momento.
nivel.
Hay un momento en la actuación remarcable, que además es el cover que tiene puesto Eurovisión, que es cuando mira la cámara así con el micro, que ahí fue cuando yo creo que me derretí y dije, esta chica tiene que ganar.
Es porque te gusta la piba, boludo, admitilo, listo.
No, calma.
O sea,
yo
ya
este
está.
año, no, este año.
Lo dijo.
No. Yo estoy in love con Charlotte. Charlotte.
¿Viste el meme? ¿Dijiste o no dijiste? Bueno, lo dijiste, listo, ya está.
Yo estoy in love con Charlotte. De ese barco no me saca nadie. Calma.
Bueno, pero vos estás en muchos barcos igual.
Es que es lo que te quiero decir.
Sorry.
Estás en
Bueno,
con Charlotte.
habló el mudo y dijo lo que pudo. O sea, aquí estáis todos con 700 barcos. A mí me gustan 2 chavalas de toda la edición. Bueno, lavado. Qué locura, bro.
Pero yo no me subo al barco porque alguien esté bueno o no. Esa es la pequeña diferencia.
A ver,
Exacto.
pero que es un banger.
Cada
Que una
uno,
cosa
cada
le quita a la
uno.
otra.
No tengo ni Australia donde la tengo, ni me acuerdo. Y a Chequia ha mejorado mucho. Mira, fíjate.
Bueno,
Desde
yo diría que recibamos al invitado.
Venga, vale.
Ya está.
venga.
Maxi,
Are you
Maxi,
there?
are you ready? You want to get
You
to
want to
live?
join?
Yes.
Sí.
Perfecto.
Yes. Sí,
Welcome,
sí.
so.
Well,
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Maxi.
Hi, hola.
Maxi Rainbow.
Hola.
Hola.
I have
How
my
you doing?
flag with me.
Oh.
¡Bravo, Max!
A huge flag. It's a giant flag.
Yes, of course.
Oh, so how are you?
I'm good. How are you all doing?
Great.
Yes,
Amazing.
we are anxious about because I just discovered that today that only remains 12 days for the Eurovision starts, and it
Oh my
was
God.
like
¿Only 12, Paco?
only
¿Only 12,
Yeah.
Paco?
That's scary.
and that's like no, it's impossible. It's impossible. So
Yeah, there feels like there's so much I still need to do to prepare myself mentally for that.
So, Maxi, introduce yourself for our viewers. Tell us about you. I don't know, what do you do, and where can they find you in social media or your YouTube channel?
Yeah, of course. My name is Maxi Rainbows. So normally when you see me, I'm in full drag, wigs, makeup, costumes, everything like that. I do all my commentary on Eurovision in full drag, and I'm kind of known for doing Eurovision inspired looks. I've done quite a few for Spain. My Blanca Paloma one was my favorite one that I've done, but I've done a bunch. So that's what I'm kind of known for, and you can find me everywhere at Maxi Rainbow ESC. I'm mostly on YouTube though.
Bueno, Maxi Rainbow, que la estáis viendo en su sin draguear, porque, bueno, seguramente quizás algunos no la habéis reconocido, pero es la drag queen. Es la drag queen que comenta Eurovisión y que, bueno, la podéis encontrar con su nombre Maxi Rainbow en
Y que su costume favorito fue el de Blanca Paloma, que ha hecho muchos de España, ¿eh?
Sí.
Ojo,
Ha hecho varios, se ha customizado varias veces con temática española y el de Blanca Paloma pues estuvo muy chulo.
Doing normal content is hard, but doing content in drag,
this is
super hard.
I can imagine.
I
Oh
know,
my
yeah,
God.
it adds like a million hours onto it, and especially because I make a lot of my costumes, so it's just like,
Wow.
but that's the fun. That's part of the fun.
And also because I met Maxi this year in UNK in Finland, and I saw your shoes with all the knees, and it was
With the
like you're
heels?
going with the heels,
Mhm.
and it was like you're going to spend all day with that heels, and it was like, oh my god. So
Yes.
yes,
Yeah, I was
your
running
job,
around.
What
That
What
hurts,
you do
Maxi.
is has the double of difficulty as than what we do, because
Yes.
all your drag, all your dresses, the
Totally.
hair, yes, it's impressive.
you.
It's impressive. So tell us about your general impressions about this year. What do you think about the songs of Eurovision 2025? About the level of the song? Do you think it's a weak song? It's a weak year, a nice year? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the minority of people where for me personally and my own personal taste, I actually think it's a really strong year for me. Like the songs that I love this year, I really, really love. But we'll get into it when I say my top 5, but I feel like I have a very different top 5 than most people in the fandom. So that might also explain the difference in opinion. But I do feel like there's a lot of really good songs, and I feel like there's a lot of diversity this year in what we're getting. And so I feel like it's a strong year. I mean, again, every year people say that. I feel like, especially once we see the actual live show, that can change everything. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Bueno, creo que es un año muy, muy fuerte, al contrario de lo que en general la opinión general dice, y que bueno, que tiene muchas canciones muy favoritas, y que bueno, que espera que en el show, cuando lo vea en vivo, pues que al final sea un gran show y que las canciones van a crecer con el show, con las actuaciones en vivo. Eso es.
Maxi, which one is your guilty pleasure this year? Which song or which one?
Well, guilty pleasure is 100% Iceland for me. I love that song so much. It's in my top 10. I think I have it at 7th place. I don't care what anybody says. For me personally, unlike Georgina, I'm not a vocals, like that's not really that important to me. For me, it's like the song first and like the performer's personality. And they are like winning the social media game, first of all, for me. They are so charismatic. They're so fun. Truly, their name, Vibe, they are just an amazing vibe. And I feel like that translates 100% on stage as well. And I just think the song is fun. It gives me like classic Eurovision vibes, just fun, a little camp, a little humor, not taking itself too seriously. So that's definitely my guilty pleasure for sure.
They have so much energy.
You know, Maxi, Paco right now is unsubscribing from your channel.
No, that's not true. What do you think about? Sometimes I think it's too much heterosexual. You know, it's like in the part where in the it's like, oh come on, guys.
I totally get that. For some reason, I don't get that from them though. I feel like they give me the vibes that they would protect me. They're not going to be the ones that are harassing me. And you know what? They do have pride flags in their music video.
Really?
Yeah.
I just saw it the other day when I was editing a video. So I was like, you know what? They stand with us.
They are good boys. They are good boys.
I think they're the guilty pleasure for everybody, for a lot of people.
A lot of, not everybody.
Not everybody.
A lot of people.
Pues su guilty pleasure es Islandia, cree que tiene toda la energía, que son muy divertidos, que no como Georgina, pues que él no es vocal coach, entonces que sí que la voz no le importa tanto, pero que la actuación sí que le divierte y le gusta mucho, y que pues que parece que son aliados, porque en el videoclip sacaron también banderas del orgullo, y entonces pues eso también le hace pensar que pues que son gente que le quieren y que no respeta al colectivo.
Totalmente.
So tell us about your complete top 5, your personal top 5, because you say that it's a different one. Usually people don't have that countries in their tops.
Yep.
Yeah, so my winner of this year is actually Lithuania, which feels like it's on the complete other side from Iceland. But I don't know, that song for me just hit in a different way. I think sometimes songs come in at just the right point in your life where they really speak to you in those moments. And I think for me, that song just really hit like an emotional chord with me. And then my second place is Ukraine. So that one is kind of like a different side of the same thing for me. I was listening to that song a lot when I was in Finland, and so it almost has like this nostalgic feel where it brings me back to like that happy feeling I was feeling that entire time that I was there. And I don't know. I guess the bands are doing it for me this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my third place,
Portugal.
you're gonna love this, is Germany.
Germany.
Oh,
Yes.
This is happy.
Yes. To me, that is the best song Germany has ever sent. It is one of the best like radio songs for me. I just think it's also exactly what I've been wanting from Germany. It really speaks to me into like the German music industry that I've just been begging for them to bring. So I'm so happy that they're finally bringing something like that.
But you are not concerned about the vocals of the singer. I don't know.
I am concerned, but that doesn't affect where it lands in my spot. I'm hoping that they have a great take on the night, and they do great, and it speaks to people. But like I said, vocals, they're not. If the vocals were absolutely perfect, maybe it could be my winner.
Yeah,
Maybe that would bring it a little bit higher. But the song wise, I mean, it's just the one I'm listening to the most this year.
You know, we have, Maxi, a slogan, a hashtag on the channel that it says, I choose to trust or to believe Germany. Because we are expecting
it's
for,
only your
the
slogan. I'm so sorry.
It's not of the channel. It's only you.
No, and the chat supports. The chat supports, Maxi.
No, I have to say that it's one of my favorite songs. I think it's one of the best songs of this year. At the beginning, when they released the song, I was saying, wow, this is going to be my number one this year. But after seeing the performance, I was like, okay, I'm going to put it a little down in my top. But of course, if they perform in Eurovision completely different and they made and they do a good performance, of course I'm going to put it higher in my top. Let's see.
Yeah. And then I would also say fourth place for me is Finland. That one, it's still hitting for me. We got to see it live, and seeing it live and feeling the energy in that room, and just like it was like a superstar in that moment. To me, it was just that specific feeling where you're like, I don't know, this could win Eurovision. I don't know if I feel that way so much anymore, but I still kind of feel it. It's just that performance was just like absolute perfection, and she's just like a superstar. And then my fifth place is Albania.
Wow.
That one,
nice.
To me, that brings like the artistic, experimental, but it's also a bop. I'm still dancing to it. I'm still doing all that when I'm listening. Exactly. And it's just, it has a little bit of weirdness with the male singer in there and his rap. And I love that they're not changing it too much. I love that they didn't do a revamp that Albania always does. I love that they're like, you know what, this is what we're doing, and it's working for them, I think. And this is like the highest I've ever seen Albania in the odds of my time as a fan. So I'm really excited to see how they end up doing.
Also for me. Usually I don't like what Albania brings to Eurovision, and this year I'm totally supporting Albania. Bueno, su top 5 sería Lituania, Ucrania, bueno, Lituania ha dicho que pues es una canción, que hay veces que las canciones cuando te llegan en el momento perfecto, en un momento vital, pues conectas con la canción y parece que eso ha pasado con Lituania. Ucrania, que le recuerda, porque la escuchó mucho durante el UMK de Finlandia, la escuchó mucho, entonces le recuerda esos momentos de felicidad.
Dilo.
Alemania. Alemania, pues porque le parece que es justo lo que espera de Alemania que traiga a Eurovisión y que no le importa la parte vocal. Finlandia, que cree que es una superestrella, que cree que está esperando a ver cómo sucede en Eurovisión y tal, pero que tiene muchas posibilidades también de ganar. Y Albania, que normalmente, pues también como yo un poco, no conectamos normalmente con Albania, pero este año ha traído algo muy especial, que encima no le han hecho revamp, lo han mantenido tal como está y le ha gustado bastante.
Totalmente.
So, this is your top 5, but what about your prediction? Tell us, what is your prediction? Who's going to win Eurovision 2025 this year?
Yeah, I feel like this is the most open that I've seen in a long time for Eurovision, because I know people keep saying, and I agree with the sentiment that the winner of the jury and the winner of the televote will not be the winner of the entire show. So that's what makes it difficult, because it's like, okay, who do I think is going to come in those like second, third, fourth positions? I'm not really sure, because I feel like Sweden has a good chance to win the televote.
Yeah.
But then there's also a lot of songs like that this year that are like a little more wacky and weird. I don't know if the world's gonna like respond to Estonia, for example. Like that one's not hitting for me, but maybe that could be one of those songs that wins the televote. Yeah. I feel like Austria, in my brain, is out of winning just because of the comparisons to Nemo. I do not see like another twink pop opera
that's true.
winning the competition 2 years in a row. Like I feel like every single winner has something different to it.
Yeah.
So I do think it will be one of those wacky songs. So I think Sweden is a good contender, because I do feel like it could come really high in the odds. I do think Finland does have a good chance as well, because pretty much all those wacky songs are male fronted groups like Australia, Estonia, Sweden, etc. So maybe like having a female singer could be like, just edge it out a little bit to make it stand out more. I feel like Finland could be a good one. I mean, if I was placing money, I would obviously do Sweden.
Yep.
I feel like that's the most obvious.
It's the most.
But but I don't want Sweden to win, and I would prefer not to put that energy out there. So I would love Finland to win, because they could put on a show. And I'm excited for the day that it happens, that we all that the world, all the Euro fandom gets to really see what kind of show they can put on.
Yeah. It's a difficult year. It's a very difficult. For me, I also think it's a very difficult year to guess who's going to win. Bueno, ha dicho que lo más obvio, pues eso, que es Suecia, pero que también está de acuerdo que cree que ni el ganador del televoto ni el del jurado va a ganar, que averiguar quién va a quedar segundo, tercero con la suma de puntos, pues es muy difícil.
Sí,
pero sí que ha dicho que Austria
ni de broma
no va a ganar.
Yo creo que lo mismo, estoy de acuerdo.
Yo pienso igual, por la comparación con Nemo, básicamente, chicos.
Eso es, por la comparación con Nemo, que son dos canciones muy seguidas. Y luego sí que ha dicho que va a ganar una canción de estas que las llamamos divertidas, tontorronas, y que como Finlandia es una chica, eso puede ser marcar la diferencia con respecto a las demás, ¿no? Entonces que Finlandia podría ser un contendiente también a ganar, pero que si metiera dinero, apostaría por Suecia.
Duro. Okay, one last thing, Maxi. We have the
No,
best...
I want to ask you about our entry, about the Spanish entry. What do you think about Melodian Esa Diva?
Yeah, I had a very like up and down relationship with this song, right? I was kind of very upset when it won. I'm sorry. because I just
Who was your favorite?
My favorite was Daniela Blasco. But well, it's weird. Like again, I'm one of those people where it's like I feel like she would have been the best option to send to Eurovision. My personal winner was Lucas Bohm.
Oh,
wow.
I love that
That's
song.
nice.
And like if anybody watched my reaction to that
yeah,
song,
the people in the chat
they're commenting about it.
Yeah, I'm like, I was sobbing when I listened to that song. So that one spoke to me, but it wasn't the one I think Spain should have sent. I feel like they could have gotten the best result with Daniela Blasco. But as time has moved on, I've been able to like, kind of move past my disappointment with that and start to appreciate Melody for who she is. She like, because I had no knowledge of her ahead of time, right? So
yeah.
Obviously for Spanish fans, they know her whole backstory. I know nothing about her. So I'm only seeing what I see on the screen, right? So now that I've learned a little bit more about her, I'm like, I can appreciate kind of like a campness to her, the absolute diva throwing everything into your performance. I compare her almost to like Svetlana Loboda, which was Ukraine, I think 2009, where she's like doing flips and she's spinning and she's banging on drums and she's like doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And you're kind of like, this is Eurovision. This is what Eurovision is about to me. Like that's the fun of Eurovision. Do I think it'll get a good
I like the
result?
comparison. I like that comparison. It's very good. Yeah.
It's very. Whenever I like realized that in my brain, I was like, that is totally kind of the vibe. I don't know if it'll get a great result, but I think it'll be a lot of fun in the end.
Totally. Yes.
Nice. Bueno, que él se enfadó mucho cuando eligieron a Melody porque su favorito era Daniela Blasco, que cree que habría tenido un poquito mejor resultado, pero deja el odio detrás. Bueno, el odio, deja el disgusto detrás.
Lo deja atrás y sigue adelante, básicamente.
Y abraza a Melody en su actualidad y bueno, que la reconoce que sí que
That is the attitude.
Que tiene la... bueno, pues eso, que le parece una artista muy buena y no le augura buena posición en Eurovisión, pero
que le gusta el espectáculo. Sí,
pero que le gusta, sí, que está bien.
Sí,
y que le recuerda a Ucrania 2009.
Que era un show, que es verdad.
Un temazo, Paco. No, un temazo, lo recuerdo aún. Un banger de la hostia.
Bueno, Luis, dale.
Okay, Maxi, we have the best thing now of the interview. It's my section. Okay, this section is called the best moment of the interview. I just create the section for today. Okay. First question: helicopter yes or helicopter no?
Absolutely, 100%. And I will be helicoptering the entire time.
Okay, and this one is hard for you. Okay, you need to choose one between Drag Race All Stars, or We're Here.
Definitely Drag Race All Stars for sure. Sorry, my light just turned off. Definitely Drag Race All Stars, but I would say above all of that, I would say Drag Race España.
It's a great addition.
Drag Race España is it blows every other franchise out of the water, even the US.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I agree.
Period.
Totally agree.
Maxi, are you gonna be in Basel?
I will not be in Basel, unfortunately, but I will be watching from afar and filming a million videos.
Well, thank you so much, Maxi, for being with us today.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you very much.
Love you.
We see you
Hope
soon.
to see you soon in a
Yes.
preselection. Where...
Yes.
So thank you very
Bye.
much,
Thank you,
Maxi.
Thank you.
Bueno.
Como me estoy currando las entrevistas, no estamos hablando hoy, la sección de hoy es o sea, estoy haciendo las preguntas adaptadas a cada concursante.
Está muy
Chavales,
bien. Es lo que hay que
me
hacer. Igual,
que me suban el sueldo. Que me suban el sueldo.
Deja de hacerte autobombo. Es tu trabajo, chiquito. Ponete las pilas. O sea.
No, pero escúchame. Hoy he decidido que había sección de preguntas durante la primera entrevista. O sea, no tenía nada preparado.
Sí. Yo me estoy dando... Me he sorprendido a mí mismo diciendo, ¿conoce más de un programa de temática gay? Yo digo,
Sí.
No, lo
como...
busca en Google esto, tú.
El Luis es como el padre que dice, tipo, no, hoy le cambié los pañales, no sé qué, tipo, es un trabajo, papito.
Sí,
Ponete las pilas,
exacto.
media pila, chaval.
Totalmente.
Bueno, tenemos invitados, pero no sé en qué orden van, así que Paco se
Alessia.
organiza acá todo.
Paco,
Alessia.
Our next guest is
Are you there?
Alessia
Yes.
Michelle. Are you ready?
Are you
To
ready?
go
Alessia?
live?
Welcome.
Hello. This is so amazing. Thank you for being here.
I'm glad I could make it. Y'all are like so hype on this afternoon. Like, well, for me, afternoon. I'm like I gotta wake up.
Vicky's
For me too.
is in Argentina, so it's also afternoon for her.
5 o'clock here.
So, well, Alessia, I don't think it's necessary, but introduce yourself to our viewers, because maybe there is someone that doesn't know you.
No, it's totally fine. Hi, I'm Alicia Michelle. I've been covering Eurovision independently on my YouTube channel since 2015, which is a crazy thing to say, and worked at a couple of fan sites. I started at ESC Plus, which was really like a Spanish site for a while. So I started writing there, then Extra. And, I've just been kind of carving out my own little pocket, American third party, non-involved, talking about Eurovision stuff.
Amazing.
Wow. Alicia Michelle, independiente, pues creando contenido.
Desde 2015, Paco.
Wow.
Sí, sí.
10 years this year, ¿no, Alicia?
Yeah, basically this summer. So next year will be my, like, I'll say my 10-year lap that I will run.
Alicia, how did you leave the Eurovision America edition? How did you like it or don't?
Short answer, I was hopeful for it, but I think that they chose too ambitious of a. They started off too big. Like doing 50 songs and the US territories, I think was way too ambitious. I have long said, and then also in the States, like, we don't really have that much pride for your state, and things are so transient, you know, outside of Texans, people from California, New York, and low-key Jersey. Most people are kind of like, look, this is just the state I live in. Like, it doesn't really mean anything, like, you know, that deep to me. So I think they should have done regions. Like, if we had like the Northeast, like the South, the Midwest. The West Coast.
West Coast.
East
Coast.
Yeah.
Could be a good idea. Less participations, less singers, and with more
50
flavor.
Songs is a lot. It's a lot of songs.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Bueno, le he preguntado acerca de la edición de, por si alguien no lo sabe, se celebró un Eurovisión América, que se llamó América, pero es Estados Unidos. Y bueno, cree que fueron muy ambiciosos, fueron muchos países, fueron muchas canciones, eran 50 canciones, y que luego al fin y al cabo la gente no tiene ese apego a su condado, a su estado. Y bueno, que habría sido mejor si lo hubiesen hecho por regiones.
Totalmente.
Eso habría sido mejor. So let's talk about this year, Alicia. What do you think? What are your general impressions about Eurovision 2025 this year?
I think this is an interesting year. I think this year, much like 2023, is a we gotta see it live year. Because I think so many of the songs, it's like, even though we had a lot of national selections, we know that the performances are not going to look like what they did at the national selection. So this year, I think, is really like a show, don't just tell us kind of year. And and then I would also say, though, I think this was a hard year if you were following a lot of the national selections. I think we lost a lot of really great songs this year. Yeah, I think we lost a lot of great songs. So if you were following the national selections, your overall, I think, feel about the quality of this year is going to be different from someone who's just experiencing like the songs we got.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Bueno, ha comparado esta edición con la del 2023, sobre todo en el sentido de hasta que no veamos las actuaciones no se va a poder decir nada, o que por lo menos tiene esa sensación. Y que luego que cree que, lógicamente, la sensación que hemos tenido, la gente que hemos seguido las preselecciones, pues estamos un poquillo más bajos porque sabemos que hemos perdido muy buenas canciones en el camino, ¿no? Entonces...
Dímelo a mí, ¿no, Paco? Que me lo digan a mí.
What do you think about, Alicia, what do you think about the level of this year's songs? Do you think it's good?
I think that we have a solid mid-year. And I think when people say mid, they get all upset and everything. But guess what? Mid is not bad.
Yeah.
Mid is also not the worst. It just means that I think we've got a big gap. I think there's like probably, 7 really, really good songs that will likely have a really nice package to go along with them, the visual.
Yep.
So I'd say that. And then I think we've got a whole bunch of stuff in the middle that's like, oh, it's good, it's fine, like whatever. Like I don't have to fight anybody about it. It might not be your personal taste, like, but it's just kind of like, oh yeah, like that one's good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And then I do think we have some songs that I would say, it's been a while, but y'all are getting like candid. I am skipping so many songs this year. And it could, it might not even just be all, like, it might not just be because of the songs. It's also like, I just don't have the time. I'm just like, can I get on to the thing that I like in the car? I'm just going to let this one pass me by. So I'm skipping a lot this year. Whereas last year, I mean, I was listening I mean, the bulk of the playlist. It was hard to kind of skip a track last year.
Agree.
100%
Totally agree. Well, está diciendo que bueno, que es un año con nivel medio, que estar en un nivel medio que tampoco es malo. Pues
que no es malo, claro.
Es un nivel medio, eso está bien. Y sí que cree que hay 7 canciones, así que en general que el pack es muy bueno.
Se escucha mucho.
Y, pero sí que es verdad que dice que tiene canciones abajo que las pasa y que no tiene tiempo ni siquiera para escucharlas. Y cosa que yo también creo que las canciones que yo tengo en el bottom es que están muy en el bottom. O sea, es que no llego en la playlist, yo no llego a esas canciones.
Skipping, no? All the time we have the same thing. We skip the songs that we don't like this year, and it's like, okay, let's go through, to the ones that we really like.
So, Alicia, would you like to share your top 5 of this year with us? Who are your 5 favorite ones?
That's kind of because I'm gonna be real with you. This year is interesting because I even on my own channel I did a video and I was like, look, don't call it a top 10 because I'm not.
I saw that. I watched that. Don't call it a top 10.
I was like, I'm not ranking this. Yeah, I was like, because there's also some songs that I'm like, look, I listen to it a lot, but that doesn't mean I want to tell y'all that like, oh, it's so good. I think it's better than this one. Like, I'm not really there. So I'm going to do a cheat and I'm going to give you like, my top 5, but categories. So wait, let me stop. I'm going to stop there.
5 categories. Okay.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So I won't bury the lead. In first place, it's Albania and Finland tied. I haven't moved. That was sort of where I was at before and I'm sticking with it. Second category is kind of like, it's my girls. And I'm just kind of like, I really want my girls to like do well. And so that's Greece, Malta, and Poland. Like I love my girls and I listen to the songs a lot. And then I would say below that is like the Netherlands and France.
Mm-hmm.
I like both of those songs. I'm not going to fight anyone about them. You know what I mean? Like, I just like them. And I'm going to listen to them consistently, but I'm not going to say like, oh, the Netherlands needs to win. France needs to win. I'm not living there. I'm just like, look, I like it. And then I would say 4th place is Austria, but kind of the same thing. This is just the stuff I like. I really love like Sarah Brightman. Like I've seen her perform live and stuff. Like I have all the albums, CDs, I am very much so a popra girly, so I like it. And then I'd actually probably say, which maybe surprises folks, but Czechia and Germany is in like my 5th category. I think Germany's song is just, it's good. I have questions about the execution, but I am hopeful and optimistic about what
like Lavadom. He's in the same place right now.
Hashtag.
Just to believe.
I'm optimistic. And then I would say with Czechia, I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. I just think it's going to look really good. I think it's going to be very professional. I think it's going to be very slick. I think Czechia is going to get their momentum back. And then we can have that conversation again about, okay, well, when are we having Eurovision in Prague? Not this year, and not next year, but I'm saying next year at Eurovision, we can bring Czechia back to that, like, okay, countries, ones to watch sort of energy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Bueno,
traduce, Paco.
The translate right now is
a lot of information. I will try. Bueno, si habéis visto su vídeo de... No es un top 10, son categorías para hacer un top 10. No quiere llamarlo un top personal porque no quiere decir que, en ningún momento quiere decir que una canción es mejor que la otra y que la gente piense que es número 1 y tal. Pero bueno, ha creado como 5 grupos de canciones como para ordenarlas, ¿no? Y para compartirnos sus preferencias. Ha dejado como en un primer grupo de preferencia Albania y Finlandia. Cree que esos son sus canciones, así que desde el principio han estado ahí. Luego a su segunda posición, su grupo de chicas, chicas a las que carrilea fuerte, pues Grecia, Malta y Polonia.
Sí.
Luego un tercer grupo de francés, Países Bajos y Francia. En todos estos no quiere poner a uno, no quiere en un momento decir, es que prefiero a esta tiene que ganar. No, simplemente está categorizando las canciones. Luego estaría Austria, porque ha dicho que es que le gusta mucho la pópera, que es una chica a la que le gusta mucho.
I love that concept.
Popera, yes, esa concept. Y que le gusta mucho ese género, entonces lógicamente Austria iba a estar así. Y luego se está poniendo a Chequia y Alemania ahí en ese último grupo, diciendo que Chequia puede sorprender mucho este año y que estaría muy bien, bueno, que volviera Chequia fuerte en los próximos años, ¿no? So a lot of countries, but it's nice. Well, about your predictions, tell us. It's a difficult year. It's a tough year to predict, isn't it?
I mean, I think there's the question, like, is it? You know, I think last year, I think everyone was thinking it was super, super wide open because we had, I think, some wild cards in the mix last year, wild cards that we have this year. I always thought that Nemo had a chance to win. I like on first listen, and I was fighting with everybody saying France is not winning the jury. If they didn't win with Voila, they're not winning with this one, and the code exists. And I think the code is going to kind of run away with the jury. I didn't think to the margin that it was going to have, and I thought Austria would at least come like fourth with the televote. So they came a little bit lower. They had a bigger gap than what I thought, but I did think it was possible. I also thought it was possible for Croatia to win last year. With this year, I think it's between Finland and Sweden again. And I guess that's kind of maybe unpopular, or because that's not exactly where the odds are tracking. Mm-hmm. And then I would even say, do not count out Malta. Juries love Malta. She can sing. And when I tell you, in America, I have people coming up to me, like the song that they're asking me about for Eurovision this year is, what do you think of the song, you know, where she's serving, you know, what do you think of that one? Can it win? That's the song they know. They don't know anything about even Sweden's entry. So, and again,
she's go viral in TikTok, so that's one of the reasons, I think.
Yeah, so I do think it's interesting. I think this year's interesting. But I do think Sweden could get it done. I really do. I think they could get it done, but I wouldn't count out Finland because I do think in the fandom, because we've had Finland for so long, we forget that sort of instant impact that the song has when people first experience it. So I do think Finland has the chance to come top 3 with the jury and the televote. I'm slightly concerned about Sweden ultimately with the jury, just because I do think the jury has other things that they tend to like that they'll put above it, like Austria, I think even like the Netherlands, I think even France. I mean, I'd even say I think Finland, I think they could really like. And again, I think Malta's been out of the final so long that people forget that juries tend to appreciate what Malta puts together.
Totally.
Yes, it's a very difficult year because, for example, as you say, if Sweden is the first in the televote, but it's 4th, 5th in the juries, is that enough to
make it happen?
Reach,
It's a very for me, yes, it's very difficult to try to guess. Bueno, le he dicho que si era un año difícil y dice, ¿realmente es tan difícil? O sea, que no, tampoco, a veces que hay que hacerlo más simple, ¿no? Sí ha hecho un poco la comparación del año pasado, que sí que estaban ahí Austria y Nemo y Croacia de favoritos, un poco que sí que se veía venir. Y luego con respecto a este año, pues bueno, ve a Suecia, pero destaca también a Finlandia, que cree que los
recuerda la primera impresión también de Finlandia.
Que la primera vez que vemos a Finlandia en la final nacional, que claro, que ya ha pasado tanto tiempo que se nos olvida, pero que puede impresionar mucho. Habla de Malta, que cree que puede gustar mucho, que en Estados Unidos solo le preguntan acerca de la canción de Malta. What happened with the title of the song? The people in US was that shocked about saying serving cunt in a song, like in UK? It's like so...
So for us in the States, like calling someone a see you next Tuesday is absolutely the worst thing you could say to them. Period. Like BIT, like the B word is like bad, but more of a term of endearment. Yeah. I'd say for the most part in the States, like people don't casually use that word. Like, it's not a casual thing, depending upon the pockets that you're in, but I'd say en masse. I'm talking en masse. So it does feel a little scandalous.
So imagine that at the end, Malta wins Eurovision. What do you think is United States will think about? Yes, this is the song that win Eurovision, and the song is called Serving Cunt. What do you think?
I'll tell you though, the song, like sonically, it's one of the more, I think, transferable songs. Like it doesn't necessarily sound like a Eurovision song. Like, you know, obviously Sweden's song, that would not be a song that would all of a sudden be blowing up the US charts, maybe through TikTok and sounds and stuff, but not because people are like, "Ooh, this my jam." Like, you know, like, that's my track. Whereas I do think if you think of like not Finland, Malta's song, that's a song I could hear getting radio play in the States, you know, so.
That's good.
Que la palabra cunt, chicos, en Estados Unidos igual que en UK es una barbaridad.
Es igual de ofensiva.
No se puede decir. Es una palabra que no se puede decir. Y bueno, que la canción de Malta cree que en Estados Unidos sí que podría funcionar.
Funciona, sí.
Melody.
Sí.
What do you think about Spain's entry this year? What do you think about Melody and Esa Diva? What are your thoughts?
I think Melody is going to perform the mess out of this song. I think she will be helicopter herring, backflipping. Apparently, the word on the street is that some of the artists will be able to fly. So if we're flying, I think Melody will be one of the ones up in the air. And that's what I think of the performance. Y'all already know, I am not listening to this song. I am not listening to it. It's okay. But again, I do think it's a song where I appreciate performers and I appreciate like showgirls. So for me, watching the show, she very well may be a standout performance where it is like, I'm gonna have to pick up the phone and call. But I'll tell you right now, my mother, Verna, she loves this song. Oh my God.
She likes
oh my God. She's like obsessed. Like the other day, like we're on the phone and she's like singing the song
really?
to me. I'm like, okay.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, of course. Totally.
Bueno. Agradece mucho los buenos artistas, que cree lógicamente que Melody es una muy buena artista y eso siempre lo agradece mucho en Eurovisión. Que la ve capaz de hacer todo, volteretas, volar, que si permiten volar a la gente este año...
Va a ser la que más alto vuele.
Melody va a volar. Que no escucha la canción, no le gusta, pero, por ejemplo, a su madre le encanta. Incluso,
le encanta.
El otro día por teléfono la madre cantaba la canción.
Ok, tiempo de
Now is the best moment of the interview, Alessia. I know you've been waiting for this moment right now. So today this is my section. and this section is called the best moment of the interview. Okay, Alessia?
We say you sorry because that section.
Everyone loves this section, okay? So, three quick questions. First of all, helicopter yes, helicopter no?
Helicopter yes.
Okay.
We're already doing everything else. And I mean, Melody's going to have to compete. We got Justina flipping over, popping and locking it, and then busts out a violin. Word on the street is she might bring the flute. I mean, at this point, it's like kitchen sink, bathroom cabinet, and the pantry.
That's true. Okay, the last two questions, they are tough, okay? They are hard to choose. Chicago pizza o New York pizza?
Oh,
Wow. Yep. I know.
I'm going with New York, even though
Sí.
I can appreciate a deep dish, but I'm
I
going
love
with New York.
I'm more Chicago boy, you know, on pizza.
I don't mind the deep dish, but I'm going with the foldable of the New York. I like a fold.
That's a nice flow, actually. And the most hard, actually, East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast all day. That's not even difficult. Yeah, I think that was easy.
Okay, that's easy, no?
Alicia, thank you so much for being with us. You're amazing. We see you in Basel.
Are you
gonna
come?
No. My pocketbook, my behind will be here, and my bank account rejoices. But my plan is, no matter where we go next year, I gotta go. It's the 70th. Come on.
Yes, it's the 70th.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much again, and I hope we see you soon.
Shout out.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alicia.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Kisses. Bye, bye.
Mi sección, otro invitado más.
Sí. Podríamos tener un programa entero solo con tu sección. Sí.
De hecho, nosotros nos vamos. Nos vamos el programa.
Yo creo que este año, el último vídeo de la temporada es recogidas de disfraces y de mi sección. Un vídeo de 3 horas.
Absolutamente, Luis. Va a ser un directazo ese.
Muy maja Alesia, ¿eh? Primera vez que hablo con ella, muy buena chavala, ¿eh? De puta madre.
Maja, y bueno, lo que se agradece mucho es eso, que haya creadores de contenido en Estados Unidos. Pues igual, pero igual que tú, Vicky, o sea, que haya creadores de contenido de América, es que está muy guay porque es que no es normal. No es normal que les guste nuestro show. Entonces, es muy chulo y además Alicia que de verdad que se involucra al 100%, bueno, y que es de las más tops que hay ahora mismo en
lo que es
Eurovisión. Así que,
y el acento que tiene está guapísimo también, es decir, tiene un acento East Coast que flipas. No, en serio.
Bueno, tenemos otro invitado. Hoy es el día de tas.
Yo me estoy transformando en el día de hoy, Paco.
Recibilo vos, Luis, dale.
So, welcome to our next
and last, but not least.
And I know Stuart is waiting for my section. But Stuart, we need to wait a bit. Welcome.
Oh.
Yo me estoy transformando en el día de hoy, Paco. Stuart, the sound, Stuart.
The sound is from your. Yes, it's.
Your headphones.
You are mood now, Stuart. I put you on mood because we are hearing the live. But Stuart.
No, your sound is going out from the speakers, not from the headphones. And you are not listening.
It's okay. Don't panic.
It's okay. We can have time.
Chicos, problemas.
Bueno.
¿Lo meto en backstage un segundo?
Sí, déjalo en backstage.
Vale.
You have to try to put the sound from your headphones because if the sound goes from your speakers, the sound is going to
we have a lot of delay, you know?
Tenemos un inglés, tipo tas.
Mi inglés no es nada malo. Lo que pasa, sí que es decir que cuando me pongo juguetón y en mis reacciones en inglés, yo siempre meto el español, el inglés españolizado muchísimo, pero porque me hace gracia y es cuando me transformo. ¿Sabes?
Yo estoy muy orgullosa de mí misma porque he mejorado mucho, la verdad.
No, Vicky, te lo llevamos diciendo toda la temporada. Lo que pasa es que no escuchas. Calma, Vicky, ¿no, Paco?
Es verdad.
Pero totalmente, Vicky. O sea, es que además de que lo entiendes todo y cada vez que intentas decir algo se te entiende perfectísimamente, pero igual que yo.
A ver,
¡vamos, Paco!
Pero eso es verdad, al mismo nivel, pero que te entiendo perfectísimamente porque me daba muchísima vergüenza también al principio.
Sí, ¿no?
Cuando tenía que hacer contenido en inglés, lo pasaba fatal.
Totalmente.
Pero,
a ver.
Let's try again.
Sigue probando,
No, sigue probando. Okay.
Just
make us a sign when you are okay.
Voy a hacer pizza, así que hablen ustedes un toque que aprovecho el technical difficulties.
Paco, yo quiero comentar, Paco, sobre todo, me ha sorprendido, bueno, no me ha sorprendido porque yo estoy en este barco y creo que tú también, pero mucha gente mete a Albania en su top 5.
Estoy encantado.
O sea, yo estoy encantadísimo con esto. pero mucha gente está metiendo a Albania en su top 5.
Estoy encantado y se me pone, y cada vez que sale entre los favoritos y qué tal, se me ponen los pezones duros de pensar que Albania podría ganar Eurovisión. La verdad es que sería.
Hombre, a mí imagínate ir a Albania el año que viene a Eurovisión. Yo feliz de la vida, Paco. O sea, yo feliz. Ahora, de repente dicen, Erika gana Finlandia. ¿Sabéis lo caro que es Finlandia, chavales? Porque he estado hace un par de semanas. ¿Sabes lo que te quiero decir? O sea, países del norte de Europa. Dejémoslo respirar un rato, ¿no, Paco? Que descansen un rato de Eurovisión. Vámonos a la zona Mediterranean Coast, Balcanes, que es todo un poquito más asequible, ¿no?
Es que vamos a morir con la. Como sea Finlandia, que está guay, ¿sabes? Que Finlandia. Pero, jolines, es que es jodidamente caro.
En Tampere que hay 2 hoteles, Paco.
Ya, pero me dijiste tú, ¿no? Que se lo llevarían a Helsinki, ¿no?
Sí, ya
Así
está.
que bueno, sería Helsinki, pero Helsinki tampoco tiene mucha
No,
capacidad.
Helsinki, y yo ya lo he visto, no me cundiría, la verdad.
Y luego,
mira,
oye,
I think Stuart is ready, ¿no?
Stuart? Ah,
yeah. He's ready.
Okay, he's ready. So let's try again. Stu.
Hola. ¿Cómo estáis?
Oh, the dog. I love.
Oh, sorry. She just jumped off. Here she is.
She's so similar to my dog. Oh.
Is she really?
So yeah.
She's from Brazil. Oh. She came all the way to Canada from Brazil. She's getting a little restless. I'm so sorry about the technical issue because I couldn't hear anything in the room. And so I figured there was some sort of problem, but anyway, we've resolved it now. So
you did it.
No problem. Welcome.
Did it.
Well, I did an amazing introduction for you, Stuart, but you couldn't hear it. But it was the best introduction of the whole evening.
He's always lying.
So typical.
There is something that you have to know that he's.
Okay, my battery now is out, bro. Qué locura.
Oh no.
And his camera turned off. So well.
That's what you deserve. Because you are a liar. That's what you deserve.
I'm back. Don't worry.
Okay. We wait for you.
That's
so,
it.
Stu, please introduce yourself because maybe some of our viewers they don't know you. Tell us something about you. Where do you live, and in what kind of content do you create, and where they can find you.
Sure. So my name is Stuart. I live in Toronto, Canada. I actually became a Eurovision fan because I was living in Barcelona in 2017 and 2018. So that's where I got to see it for the first time. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's usually like the first thing that people are curious about. Like, what Canada? Canada's all the way over there, and all of that. But as for like the kind of videos that I do, they tend to be more like analytical, often kind of getting into the sort of topics that people don't really want to talk about when it comes to Eurovision. And I hope that people, obviously, I'm not going to get into that now because we're doing things on a lighter sense, but I just hope that people look at the show with a critical eye nowadays, because I think now more than ever, it is desperately needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think that the interesting thing about your content is that thing that you made different point of you create different content that generally we do. So that point of views are very interesting.
Thank you. And I also just want to shout out Alicia, because it was in an interview that she did with Jan Boers about, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, where she said that, one of the things that you should do if you're looking to make Eurovision related content is, do something, try and find like what you can add to the landscape that's different. And although that wasn't necessarily like the motivator, like honestly, I like to make the stuff that I think speaks to me and that I think is meaningful to other people, and I hope is meaningful to other people. So and also she gave some really great answers. I was listening because I couldn't hear it in here, so I was listening over there. But all the guests that you've had today have been really nice to listen to.
I am so happy because there's another people from American continent who interest about Eurovision. I'm from Argentina, for example, and I'm related to you because I know Eurovision for my followers in 2021. We are in live direct, and we say it's Eurovision now. You want to see it? Yes, and that's it.
Yeah. It's funny how it's become so big nowadays. And you know, I have to say, I guess that you might have been Argentinian because I saw you're drinking mate.
Drinking mate.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking, yes. Drinking mate, going to the bathroom. Drinking mate, going to the bathroom. Vicky, stop.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to get my partner to prepare some chiparrão because it's very similar, right? And it's prepared in the same gourd and all that. And so I wanted to be part of this, but I forgot to ask. So and I don't know how to make it myself.
Don't worry. I'm going to try to translate all the things that you have said. Bueno, Stu no lo sabía, conoció Eurovisión porque estuvo viviendo aquí en Barcelona en el 2017-2018, entonces así fue como pues, Eurovisión entró en su vida y bueno, pues empezaron a hacer contenido. Sí que ha hecho una referencia a Alicia Michel, que escuchó en una entrevista que hacía, que bueno, que a todos los que estuviesen pensando en crear su contenido que hicieran algo que les motivara a ellos y que lo hicieran con su propio sabor, ¿no? Que lo hicieran con su propia esencia. Y esto ya es cosa personal mía. Creo que Stu es una de las personas que realmente se diferencian mucho de los creadores de contenido de Eurovisión porque realmente hace una mirada crítica, es más analista y hace casi como mini reportajes acerca de todo el mundillo eurovisivo y que realmente yo creo que son muy interesantes. Vive en Canadá.
Canadá, Toronto, Paco. Toronto, Canadá.
Sí, Toronto, Canadá.
Ojo.
Y ya está. Y que we are very happy to having you here.
Stuart, do you speak a lot of Spanish or a little bit of Spanish?
Hablo español, pero tengo...
¿Catalán?
No, la verdad es que no aprendí mucho catalán, pero la última vez que participé en un proyecto con creadores españoles, cuando lo vi después, estaba muy decepcionada con mi nivel de español. Y
hablas muy bien.
Gracias, pero a veces no sale muy bien. Pero creo que hoy podemos hacer hacemos una mezcla.
Vale.
Perfecto.
For us, it's easier because also our English is very bad.
Same with the English.
Nos encontramos en el centro.
Eso es. We meet in the middle. Exactly. Tell us about your impressions of general impressions about Eurovision 2025. Dinos qué tal te parece en general este Eurovisión 2025.
So I was a bit worried about being like an aguafiestas for how I feel about Eurovision 2025. Obviously, because I've been listening to the conversation so far, you know, a lot of people have very varying attitudes about this year. It seems like maybe with the exception of Maxi, who said that for her, she really likes 2025. It doesn't seem like there are that many people who are like really enthusiastic about it, and I have to include myself in that, to be honest. And normally around this time of year, I would be listening to a lot of the songs that we would be seeing on stage in May, plus the national selection songs that didn't get selected. And this time there are much fewer than there were before, I have to say. I do think that this year Eurovision is still offering something that feels very like Eurovision, and I think that all songs will find their audience. But for me, it's a considerable step backwards, I have to say, from the upward way that we were going in the past, I think.
Okay.
Bueno, nada, que sí, que en general he estado escuchando las opiniones de los otros creadores de contenido y quitando a Maxi, que sí que es muy optimista y que le gusta este año, se une un poco a la tónica que han estado diciendo los demás, que es un año pues medio. Y bueno, que sí que cree que hemos dado un pasito atrás un poquito con respecto a los años de donde venimos, a pesar de que, bueno, porque hay canciones que todo el mundo encuentra una canción en la lista de Eurovisión que le gusta, pero que sí que el nivel ha bajado un poquito. Well, we want to know about your impressions and about your top 5. ¿cuáles de este año, cuáles son tus canciones favoritas este año? ¿Cuál sería tu top 5, chicos?
Ok, y esto podemos hacer en español porque es muy fácil.
Go, Stu, go.
Y al menos puedo decir profundamente que no es como no hay nada que me gusta. Estas 5 canciones me gustan bastante. Espera, un momento. Quinto puesto.
Vamos, quinto puesto.
Letonia.
Letonia.
Me gusta mucho. En cuarto puesto.
¿Tautomatas?
Sí, Tautomatas.
Sí.
Estaba pensando.
¡Mis sobrinos Tautomatas!
I was waiting for your reaction.
I was in shock, like, what the fuck?
Se me confunde Letonia y Lituania y cada vez que lo dicen me quedo como Letonia,
because
Lituania.
in my mind
Letonia.
it's like Latvia, you know, in English I was like Estonia, Letonia, and I was like Tautomatas.
Okay,
No one said also today, so I was like, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, no, I think they're bringing, obviously we're now back in the English, but you know, they're bringing something that's like so visually captivating and visually fleshed out. But then like even the song, like I think when I watched it for the first time, I was paying so much attention to the vocals, but then I listened to the song on its own, and it really is like quite hypnotizing and uplifting too. That I quite like about it. But yes, continuamos con Bélgica. Una canción que habla mucho a mi corazón de música trans.
That's me. Yeah.
It's a great song, and he's a great singer, I think. Yes, totally.
Yeah, totally. Después de esto, en tercer puesto, Grecia.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Lavadom is not happy with
No?
because he was a supporter with Evangelia. He was supporting a lot of Evangelia, and now he's very upset with Claudia.
No, I'm not upset. I mean, it's just
a little bit upset.
No, I'm not upset.
You are totally upset. You hate.
I'm not hating. Anyways, what the
I'll take my exit now.
No.
No, I think it's a beautiful ballad, and I'm actually quite excited about what they've said about the staging. Like I kind of have a feeling that this one is going to surprise.
But what do you think about Claudia? Because she is always very static
as a performer.
Yes, as a performer. What do you think? Is that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem like as it is. I think that the bigger problem when we're talking about the national selection performance was that it looked like the kind of vision mixing, as they say, like selecting the cameras. I don't think that they had like the automated software that you get with some of the other selections. And I think that when you're able to create a sequence of shots that flows a little bit better, then you can do performances that are quite static on stage, and you just need to frame them in a way so that each one looks intentional. Whereas I agree, it was a very static performance, and I think that can work well when it's applied in the right way. It wasn't necessarily applied in the right way here, but I think that it's going to be quite different for Eurovision, I believe.
It's possible, yeah.
Let's see. Your number 2. Tu segundo puesto.
Bueno, segundo puesto. Alemania.
Bien. Stuart, bien.
Why?
Finally, you are taking nice decisions. Finally,
today, a few of you say Germany.
No.
I need to know.
All of them, they say.
Except Georgina. Georgina disagree with me.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I need to know why.
The song is cool.
The song is cool, no? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's honestly, I think of the songs that we have this year, this one's the most current. And I think that's also one of my biggest issues with this year in particular. Like there's very little that feels like 2025. Very little.
Okay.
And this one is an exception. I will say, of course, because you've talked about the performance itself, and I think Georgina made some good points too about like, how invested she looks like she is in that, and then also like the vocals, she's been not feeling well. But when we're talking about the song, which is ultimately how I decide my rankings, just the song itself, this one it's so fun to listen to. It puts me in a good mood. It just gets right into my brain, and like this is like something that I'm happy to show people if they're asking me like what's good.
Yeah, the studio song sound great. I understand why do you like the song. Yes, okay.
Okay. Y primer puesto.
Number one. Número 1.
Albania.
¡Hostia! ¡Vamos!
Wow.
¡Vamos!
Sí.
So good.
So good. I like to pat myself on the back because I knew about this band before that they were selected to represent Albania. But they've got a great song, and I'm so happy that the fans are really excited about it too.
Yeah. I also very surprised about the fans' reaction with this song because I think that it was only me that I think it's very special, but no, generally people like.
Do you imagine Albania wins? What a shock!
I wish. I wish.
That's like that. Like I'm envisioning it. I don't think that it's going to happen, but I think of all, well, obviously because it's my number one. But if that were to happen, that would make me the happiest. That would be the best way for Eurovision 2025 to end.
Yeah. Bueno, voy a hacer... Bueno, le hemos preguntado por sus canciones favoritas y, bueno, básicamente ha puesto a Letonia en el número 5. Cree que visualmente va a ser un número muy bueno. Bélgica, pues que el sonido rave, techno, pues que va a estar muy bien. Hemos estado hablando también de Grecia, que aunque efectivamente cree que Clavdia pues puede estar un poco estática, cree que en realidad fue un problema de realización, de movimientos de cámaras, de ángulos, durante la final nacional y que con una buena realización en Eurovisión se puede arreglar perfectísimamente el que una persona esté quieta. Le gusta Alemania, dice que ha hecho el ranking según la valoración de las canciones, no tanto por las actuaciones, y entonces cree que realmente que Alemania es una muy buena canción y la deja en segunda posición. Y su favorita es Albania. Y bueno, que aunque no cree que vaya a ganar, si ganara Eurovisión, que desde luego que se llevaría una alegría muy, muy grande. For me, it's always something good that a non-ever winning country wins for the first time Eurovision. So if, I don't know, if Albania that has never won Eurovision, for me, it will be always because Sweden again for eighth time it's like too much. No, a new one. Let's change. Let's change. Let's introduce a new country that have never won. Yeah. For
That's
me,
true.
That's a good.
And I think that of the countries that like haven't won yet this year, like I think that's really the only one that is within reach. I can't think of another one. I can think of a few that haven't won in a while that like. I don't know, maybe there's a path for them.
Risas incómodas.
Pues eventualmente vamos a hablar de España. Y vuelvo a hacer aguafiesta.
No te preocupes. Aquí puedes decir cualquier cosa sin problema.
Okay. I guess let's go to it then. So I think with Spain, Spain is going to have its audience. It clearly does have its audience. It is very Eurovision. It's very catchy. It's she's a powerful performer. But my issue has always been that the song, it feels Swedish. Like me gustaría decir que tiene mucha alma. Sueca, mucha alma sueca y un poco vestido español, ¿sabes?
Sí.
Y normalmente estoy bastante, tengo mucha ilusión para la candidatura española, mucho con Blanca Paloma, mucho con Nebulosa y Chanel. Este año no es mi tipo de canción, pero creo que es posible que con la fuerza de la actuación puede impresionar. No sé, I would say that the thing that disappoints me the most is that I think there's so much great music in Spain and we're just not seeing it. The like most modern songs that we see at Benidorm Fest are not getting the points that they need, and that disappoints me quite a lot. But yeah, I'll be happy if they do well.
Yes, of course. Let's see. Bueno, eso, nada, lo habéis entendido. Si no hay que nada traducir, se lo ha dicho todo en español.
Lo dijo todo en español. Pero dijo mucho en español,
Pero
o sea,
poco
se entendió el punto.
Sí, pero lo último que lo que le fastidia un poco es que hay tan buena música en España, al final.
Y que las canciones más modernas del Benidorm Fest, al final, por ejemplo, no han sido las más valoradas.
Efectivamente. Y que es lo que le fastidia.
Justicia para Melómana. ¿Qué pasó con Melómana?
Stuart,
una actuación.
Factos,
hizo una actuación totalmente de 10, desde luego. Stu, tell us about your prediction. ¿Quién crees, a nivel de predicción, no tanto de gusto personal, quién crees que... Y tú como analista ahí sí que sabes leer bien ahí quién puede ser el mejor del jurado, del televoto. ¿Quién crees que puede ganar este año Eurovisión 2025?
Me estás dando demasiado crédito. You're giving me too much credit.
No, I have to say, for example, your review about Benidorm Fest, I think it was the best Benidorm Fest review of even in the Spanish channels. Everything that you say about Benidorm Fest, you say, that's true. And so I really do think that you are a very good analyst. So let's see your opinion. Please.
Thank you. I only wish I'd been giving more thought to this year. But so the thing is, like, I do agree that it is quite open. I would be perfectly fine with I do really like Sweden's song. It's just a little bit outside of my top 5. I would like to think that there would be like one that people really aren't thinking about now that will really impress by the time we get to rehearsals. And although this is speaking from my personal taste, I would like to imagine a world where Greece wins, because I think the song is that good. But as for the winner that I think we will have, I think it will be Sweden.
Sweden at the end. So do you think that they will win the televote, but they will have enough support from juries to win the contest?
I think so. I'm not like 100% confident that it's going to be exactly that way, because who knows? Maybe it will be like second with the televote and then 4th or 5th with the jury, and then everything that's above it is really spread out.
Yeah. If Sweden is not winning the televote, who could win also the televote? Who?
Oh.
Come on, Stu, don't do me that. No, please say it.
Well, the problem is.
I know. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Now I need to know.
No, you know Vicky, el país prohibido.
No.
Sí,
I
sí.
don't think so.
Yes, it has possibilities.
Creo que es posible.
Well,
Sí.
yeah.
Pero.
Vale.
Okay. That's okay.
Pero we have my section, which is not forbidden, no, Paco? And it's
No,
the best
it's not.
thing ever.
Well, it should be forbidden.
No, I don't think so, Paco. Okay, Stuart, now is the best moment of the interview, okay? It's time for my section that is called the best moment of the interview.
The best moment of the interview.
Yeah, this is the name of the section today.
It's
so much
worldwide.
literally.
Lavadom is worldwide famous. Everybody knows your section.
Everybody knows, and everybody did the section. All the artists, this is true. All the artists who have came here to the podcast, they did the section. Even Melody.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, so 2 easy questions. First one, helicopter yes, helicopter no.
Helicopter.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. This is a bit tough, actually. I don't know, maybe for you, if you watch ice hockey, yes. If you don't, no. But because you are from Canada, stereotypes, I'm going through with this question. You know, like, choose between Toronto Maples or Montreal Canadiens.
I'm going to go with the Canadians because I'm from Toronto, and nothing pleases me more than pissing off Toronto fans.
Ah.
So I'm gonna go with the Canadian.
That's fun.
And the last one, maple syrup, yes. Maple syrup, yes.
Maple syrup.
Maple
yes.
syrup.
When I lived in Barcelona, there were 2 foods that I needed to make a special trip for, so that I would always have it in my pantry. One was peanut butter, crema de cacahuete,
Crema de cacahuete.
and the other was jarabe de arce. I have it like
I think
every day.
It's a nice.
I never-
You never try a nice brand, Stuart on Spain. This is not promo, but you know, of maple syrup, a nice brand that should we buy here on Spain? I like it.
There was one, I don't remember the name of the brand, but it had a lumberjack on the front. The thing is, it's less about the brand. You have to check to see if it's 100% maple syrup, because if it is, then you're golden. If it has like corn syrup or like added stuff, then it's no good. But
I think I never tasted.
Really?
It's so good.
Because
I tried it on UK for first time. You know, it's so good.
So the thing is, like, a lot of people put it on like pancakes. That's like the most common thing to use it on. If you make like oatmeal in the morning and you want a little bit of sweetness, then that's how I put a little bit on my oatmeal, and then like some nuts and fruits and stuff. But yeah, it's I love it. It's all good.
And is the end of your section?
Yeah. Section is done.
Stuart, we see you.
No. One thing, Stuart.
Oh.
I want to confess a thing.
Wow.
Okay.
Paco is changing the script right now.
Yes. For a long time, I was watching your videos, and I have to confess that for a long time, I thought that you only have one arm.
Really? because it's always this arm.
Because in your videos, you were all time moving your right arm,
the one,
and I never see moving the left arm. And I was always thinking, it happened something with his arm. It's happened. Yes, he has only one arm. And then one day I saw your second hand, and it was, wow, he has two. And that's the stupid thing.
¿Qué clase de confesión es esa?
Paco,
Stupid confession. That's it. A stupid confession. That's it.
I love this. The thing is, because like I used to use a lapel mic, but now I use one that's on my desk, and it's an awkward position. So I'm like, I'm supporting myself on this arm, and then all my emotions come out with the other one. That's really funny. Nobody's ever said that to me.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Are you gonna be in Brussels too?
Yeah.
Voy a estar en Madrid.
¡Hostia! ¡De puta madre!
Nosotros
Bravo.
también.
Entonces, ¿nos
así
vemos
que-
ahí?
Bring some maple syrup.
Perfecto. Claro. Vamos a dar a Paco el primer sabor.
Primera vez que lo prueba.
Ah, sí, qué bien, qué
Sí,
guay.
la primera vez que
¿Quieres
lo
que te
prueba.
lleve?
First try.
Yo vivo en Barcelona. ¿Echas de menos algo de Barcelona que quieres que te lleve?
Good question.
Consum.
¡Hostia! ¿Eres
Sí.
fan del Consum, Stuart? I'm fan of
Sí.
Consum. No, I don't have in Madrid because it's from Valencia, from my hometown. And I'm a huge fan of Consum. It's the best supermarket ever. I'm sorry.
That's a crime that they don't have it in
I know.
Madrid.
I know.
Great.
It's super sad, actually.
Stuart,
Seriously.
I have you.
Yes.
I bring the mate to Basel so you can try it.
Try.
Too.
Amazing. Yeah, we have to have a little like
Okay.
what do you call
Interchange.
that? But like a little.
I will
exactly.
bring the happiness to the group.
Exchange
Stuart.
the things. Stuart, thank you so much for coming us. We see you in Basel. So
See you in
amazing.
Basel.
See
Ciao.
you in Basel. Thank you, Stu.
Bye.
Thank you.
Un crack, Stuart.
Sí. Qué estupidez.
Bueno.
De verdad que lo pensaba.
Amo.
El día que le vi sacar la segunda mano de abajo, te lo
volviste
juro que
loco,
fue.
¿no, Paco?
¡Wow! Que tiene dos manos.
Me parece una confesión maravillosa, boludo.
Paco
Pero-
transformado,
Bueno, gente, no estoy de acuerdo. A ver, lo bueno de traer invitados es esto, que vienen con
Claro.
opiniones.
Claro.
A ver, yo no estoy de acuerdo casi con el 80% de la gente que vino hoy. Pero
Hombre.
bueno, no importa.
Yo
La
quería
magia de los
debatir un poco
invitados.
también, pero claro, no da tiempo. O sea, pero sí que es
No.
verdad que hay opiniones. Pero hay una opinión general con la que yo sí que estoy de acuerdo y es que es un año medio bajo para mí y que han habido otros años mejores. De hecho,
Yo
creo que de los tres fui el único que salió que el año pasado, en comparación, el año anterior me gustan más canciones que de este año.
Yo estoy con Maxi, ¿eh? Yo creo que es un gran año. O sea, no estoy de acuerdo. No. Para mí el año pasado es más flojo que este año. Pero está bien. No. O sea, cada uno tiene sus opiniones.
Yo lo que sí que estoy de acuerdo en... Vamos a esperar a las puestas en escena, a Totalmente. Las actuaciones en vivo, que ahí pueden cambiar muchas opiniones y muchas cosas.
Pero estos son todos los años,
creo que
¿no?
Las canciones... No.
Para mí sí.
Yo lo que creo es que las canciones tienen el nivel suficiente para con Eurovisión, con el escenario de Eurovisión, que ya sí que se convierta en un año que digamos, oye, cuidado.
Una cosa que siento que va a pasar con todos ustedes, chicos, sobre todo los que eligen creer en Alemania, es que se van a dar un golpe contra el suelo, amigo. Claro. Que es una cosa brutal. Bueno, yo nunca había visto algo así, boludo. De verdad, se van a dar la cabeza contra el suelo de una manera.
Gracias por romperme el corazón, vocalísima. Muchas gracias.
Y la lámpara. El corazón y la lámpara.
Sí, es que hoy no, me he hecho el cambio de ordenador a Mac y estoy todavía, pues, hay fallos técnicos, ¿vale? Tenía que hacer algún día. Lo hice ayer y claro.
Bueno, gran directo. Escuchen, la semana que viene es la despedida de... No sé, por alguna razón se dio que es la despedida de Melody el martes. Entonces vamos a aprovechar para que nuestro último directo antes de estar todos juntos sea comentando en vivo la despedida... No, yo no voy a elegir creer nada. Para mí es una... No, yo ya dije lo que pienso de Alemania. Bueno, volviendo a lo que estaba diciendo. Es la despedida de Melody, así que Luis va a estar en vivo en la despedida de Melody. Como no tiene copyright, la vamos a estar viendo mientras la comentamos y mientras Luis desde ahí adentro nos dice cosas sobre la despedida. Así que va a ser...
Yo iré diciendo cosas, pero vamos a ver cómo sale también un poco, porque no sabemos.
Bueno, y habla con la gente, que con suerte te encuentras a, yo qué sé, quizás está Carla Frigo o algo, yo qué sé. No tengo idea.
Sí, va a haber gente. Capaz que está hasta Chanel. Capaz que está hasta Chanel. Si Chanel es la portavoz, capaz que hasta está y todo. O sea...
Bueno, no, eso sí que no lo veo. Eso sí que no lo veo. Pero bueno, whatever. Habrá artistas. Se supone que va a haber varios artistas. Así que bueno. Y si no, a compañeros de medios y tal, pues...
A Mec, ahí, tipo... Vos podés. Vos podés. ¿A qué hora va a ser? A la misma hora de siempre.
A las 9, a la de
9 de la noche, sí. Bueno, decir que último directo ya sentados en el setup antes de Basilea. O sea, este es el último momento.
Este es tu último
para
sentado,
mí.
El tuyo
bueno, pero yo también he de decir que toda la temporada he estado creo que más veces fuera del setup que en el setup.
Totalmente. Pero este es tu último, antes de Basilea.
Qué locura.
Y nada, bien. Que la semana que viene será el último antes de Basilea y ya el jueves ya estaréis aquí en Barcelona. Así que bueno.
¡Qué emoción!
Yo estoy nervioso, chicos. Por cierto, importante. Preventa de las camisetas, los que hicisteis la preventa, los que comprasteis una camiseta, chequead el email porque os ha llegado un mensaje para que hagáis el pago de la preventa de las camisetas, ¿vale, chavales? Chequen el email, es importante. Y pagad.
Eso.
Claro.
Y pagar. Chequead el mail que es para que paguéis.
Paguen la plata, chicos. Bueno, gente, muchas gracias a todos los que estuvieron el día de hoy. Nos vamos a estar viendo entonces el martes que viene, si no me equivoco.
Sí.
Y gracias. Eso, no tengo nada más para decir.
Bueno, el sábado especial Eurovisión, bueno, no, especial pre-Eurovisión, Vicky,
en mi canal,
ambos, de hecho, Paco y servidor, ¿no?
Sí.
No, yo lo que estoy haciendo es el Toxic Vision Song Contest, que es la simulación de Eurovisión.
Sí, entonces... pero tú es el domingo y yo te invité el sábado y me dijiste que sí. Así que yo te espero el sábado en mi canal.
Paco no se acordaba.
Se me había olvidado.
Paco ya estaba tipo, chao, nos vemos.
¿Y qué es lo que íbamos a hacer? ¿Que se me olvidó?
No sé.
Nada, boludear.
Pues boludeamos.
Entrar y hacer cosas, Paco.
Bueno, pues el jueves tenemos la segunda semifinal en mi canal. El sábado boludeo con Vicky. Y el domingo la final del Toxic Vision Song Contest en mi canal.
El martes, especial Melody, especial despedida de Melody programa ahí en vivo.
Y el miércoles ya me estoy subiendo al avión, así que tipo...
Y el jueves, especial quedada en Barcelona, ¿no? De Europop.
Bueno, eso lo tenéis que decir vosotros.
Despedida de Europop a Barcelona, a Basilea. Es la despedida oficial de Europop.
Bueno, los que estén en Barcelona tienen que... Sí.
Claro, si queréis hacer quedada o no, eso ya... ahí lo dejo a vosotros dos.
Yo, si no me roban, quiero, Paco. Vale, ya para con la broma.
Mira, tenemos a la racista de calvos y tú aquí al racista
de robos.
Hombre, ya.
No. Vos estime a todos los catalans.
Sí, yo los calvos también. Tipo, por favor, no vas a hacer cosa que... Bueno, chao. Los quiero.
Chao, gente, se me cuidan.
Chao.